Record.
Hello! Welcome to episode 14 of the Key Yard podcast. I can't believe we're at episode 14. And it is one Mr. Kieran Benji's birthday today.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday
no,
to
hang
me.
Hang on. I can do it properly.
Okay. Wait, what?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear KB. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Anyway, today our sponsor is Birthmas, because having a birthday so close to Christmas always sucks.
Oh, don't I know it? But then Katie's
don't I know it as well.
Katie's got it worse than me though. Her birthday's December 19th. And then my little brother's got his on Boxing Day, so I just can people just stop having sex in April for once?
Yeah, mine is January 9th. But the thing is, like, at least with yours, the Christmas sort of the post-Christmas blues haven't hit at all.
Yeah.
And people are still up for drinking and stuff. January 9th, everyone's still hungover from New Year. The weather's always crap. No one ever wants to come out for a pub crawl or anything. So mine is infinitely worse.
What it's bad for me every Christmas is the fact that, because you get paid a bit earlier, I don't know if this is the same situation with you, just before Christmas, so it means you got to wait more weeks to get your next payment. So you're going to spend all that money on drinking during Christmas time, and that's why there's a dry January, because nobody can afford to go out.
Yeah, I know. Or everyone spent all their money on ridiculously expensive Christmas presents.
Yeah, I mean, there was a suggestion from Katie yesterday, so that's gonna bleed me dry, but happily bleed me dry.
So speaking of presents, did you get anything nice so far, mate, for your birthday?
I mean, I don't know if you can consider this nice, but Katie got me this morning.
You know, I would never ever consider that a nice present.
Only if it's on my back.
I wouldn't give that to my worst enemy. Although I do like the KB on the back. There we go. Is amazing.
KB number 3. That. I am the English, not the Welsh Sergio Reguilon, or like Ben Davis or whatever.
Very nice.
But just if I was thinking, because I was talking to my brother-in-law who also plays a lot of FIFA, and he was saying like, oh, you should get one of those custom foot cards. And I was thinking, yeah, if I got one, I'd like be an icon, but like with the worst stats imaginable, like average rating 45, and then just like have everything like low pace, low physicality. Well, actually no, high physicality because of the amount of weight I've put on, but then everything else.
All right, fair dues.
Hey, now, Tom, how are Leeds doing?
Hi, Tom. Yeah. So what have you been up to this week then?
Yeah, so I think I went for an Indian last night. So last night was when I decided to party out. It was a nice Indian. And to be honest, like,
now I think me and Michael have discussed this on his channel, but what is your go-to meal of choice if you're going out for an Indian?
Normally it's a dansak dish, mainly chicken. Second to that would be tikka masala.
Yes, head back.
I love it. Hey,
love balls, thank you for following. That is wonderful. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's everyone's birthday.
It's everyone's birthday. We're in a celebratory mood.
Yeah. But yesterday I decided to go for a boona, because I've never tried a boona before, and I thought it seems like a nice thick sauce.
They're really, really spicy, aren't they, boonas?
The one I had last night wasn't really, to be honest. It's normally like, I find if you order a takeaway and they don't have a vindaloo on the menu, then the madras is going to be as hot as a vindaloo.
Yeah. Presumably that's a lamb boona.
No, I'm not Smithy.
Yeah,
chicken boona, lamb boona, keema naan, poppadoms, rice.
Yeah. If you want a boner, I need a boner.
Yeah, that's why I know. It's like, oh, yours looks nice. Yeah, I know. That's why I ordered it.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. So mine is a pretty much your bog standard tikka masala,
Yeah.
and I just anything chicken really, biryani as well, maybe occasionally. Tandoori, I like tandoori. It might be a bit dry for some people, but
Mm.
tandoori or tikka tandoori. Peel or rice, plain naan, not cheese naan, Michael, you absolute sadist.
Oh no, I do agree with Michael there. As long as I can, survive the morning after.
Absolutely outrageous. Mike Doc,
Ke-
hello,
I
welcome.
Hi, Mike Doc. How's it going? I was just gonna say, yeah, I do like the cheese naan, but I think my favorite is keema. But like because me and Katie order together, a lot of the time we compromise and get a garlic naan. So it's not like a huge miss out, but it's well, I like garlic naan as well.
Garlic naan's not bad, or the coriander.
Yeah.
Ones sometimes.
So I think last night there was so there's Boona last night. We didn't get. Oh, we should have got a sagaloo. I do like a sagaloo. Had mushroom rice. Because I think pilau rice is too boring for me. Like it's nice, but it doesn't have mushrooms in it.
What about onion bhajis? Do you have those?
Yeah, I do like my onion bhajis. I'm like not very like indifferent to them, but they're nice to like dip into your curry and things like that. So
I've got to say, I'm the sort of weirdo that if I'm on a night out in London and I get absolutely smashed, there is one of the best drunk foods I can get are plain poppadoms in a pack.
I don't see plain poppadoms for me is just a bit too. Again, it's a bit too boring for me. I would rather instead of replace that with all the naan you can provide.
Always get vindaloo. Hope you get good lamb meat, not tendons and fat. Yeah,
I think
it's
like,
hit and miss. It's hit and miss.
I don't mind going spicy, but if it's too spicy, then I think it does ruin my taste a little bit. Like my uncle is the absolute worst. He orders a fowl. He handles that, but then if it's not to his liking, not hot enough, he'll go to the waiter and say, "Oh, tell the chef it's not hot enough." I'm like, shut the fuck up! Don't be rude.
So what are the chat saying? So Tom is saying chicken jalfrezi, fuck ton of naan, and my own onion bhaji. Oh, you make your own onion bhaji?
That's cool.
That's
I
cool.
have a deep respect for people who like make their own additions to things. Like we went over Katie's parents for Sunday roast last Sunday, and Scott and Bethan were making lunch, and Scott made his own Yorkshire puddings, and they were to die for. I'm not gonna lie, and they did.
Scott, wait, is this the Scott of
Holding Absence
fame?
Yeah,
Holding Absence fame. Yes.
Yeah. So
I know James from Holding Absence has a Twitch, by the way.
he does. Yeah, I think Lucas has one now as well. So I think it's Scott, Luke, and
mate,
James.
Lucas just seems like the nicest bloke in the world. Like we had him on. He was on Mosh Talks being interviewed by Bees, and top lad, honestly.
Doesn't it look like I'm telling all the kids not to drink?
Oh,
by it being blurred out. It's like, don't drink this. This is poison.
Yeah, your set is censored. We had to do that for trailers. We had to we have to censor smoking and drinking sometimes, depending on the market.
Is that when like there is too much smoking to like get keep the context in for the trailer? Or do they direct you on what scenes to include, and then you got to find a way around it?
Usually it's bespoke to what Universal or the territory specifically wants. Like I think there was a trailer that we were on which had a bit of smoking in it. There were guys smoking joints, and
right, okay.
the graphics or digital department had to blur out the presumably it's a joint in their hand because it's is that sort of scene.
Yeah,
and you also I had to do a censor cut for Candyman. At one point, the new film that was coming out that included no violence and Candyman.
I haven't
horror
seen it,
film,
but I can
loads of
imagine.
violence.
Yeah,
it's the remake that was due to come out. I'm not sure if it's still coming out, but
I love it when the trailers have like a scene or dialogue in it that you expect to show up in the film, but it never shows up. I can't remember what film it was, but it's happened so many times when that happens. How do you take violence out of a horror movie? Good question. That's what I want to know.
Sorry, what were you saying?
It's just reading Mike Doc's comment saying, how do you take violence out of a horror movie?
Yeah, very good question. You know, some territories get a bit funny.
I mean, some of them, like, if it's a psychological horror, it usually just explains what the plot is in sort of cryptic detail. Like, I don't know if you've seen The Platform, but that's kind of like that, because there is some well, I won't spoil it, but there is some like goriness in the film. But I'm just having another look because I think I've missed over a few comments as well.
But well, yeah, you know, I'll so Greg was saying his one would be chicken vindaloo, mushroom bhaji, egg peel or rice. I mean, that's solid. I'm not really a fan of mushroom, I've got to be honest, unless it's in like a pie or something.
I remember the only bad experience I've had with Indian food is not necessarily the food itself, but the waiting staff. And it was kind of like being a reverse customer, because normally it's the customers that are entitled, but this time it was the waiter that was entitled.
Oh.
I was at a stag do, and I asked for a chicken madras, and this guy went absolutely apeshit at that. He went, "Why is everybody ordering a madras tonight? What the hell is going on with this?
How dare you order an Indian meal in an Indian restaurant?"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you could go for this, so you could go for this, so you could go for this." And I just took a long pause, and I just went, "I'll have a chicken madras, please." He was like, "Coming right up." But it doesn't stop there, because later on in the night, I went to I asked him if I could have another Kingfisher beer from the bar, and he said, "Yeah, right, I'll go get you one." But then another waiter came back with a Kingfisher, so he gave it to me. So but then the same waiter that I asked gave it back to me, and he said, "Oh, you can't do that. What are you playing at? You just like, that's just so disrespectful. Why are you even here? Blah blah blah." I was just like, "What the hell is going on?" I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone. But then so that ruined my night pretty much. And then I think my stepdad went there a few days after, and my mum went, so how did the other night go?" And the same waiter went, "Oh yeah, everything was all right except for that little twat in the corner." And he said, like, "Oh, I don't accept people being cheeky, when we may take a while to bring the drinks back, and they ask some other waiter for a drink instead." I'm like, "That's not what happened." So he didn't even know that was my mum.
Did you ever go back to that Indian ever again?
I did, yeah, because it was just him. It wasn't like the owner's lovely, the other waiters are lovely. It was just him. He's a wanker.
Yeah. Well, we actually, our local Indian, we recently had a marijuana bust above the above the establishment.
Okay.
So that gives you an idea of some of the Indians around our area. Indian restaurants around our area.
Be careful with that one, Rob.
Indian restaurants around our area. You say it colloquially as Indians, don't you? You don't say
yeah.
Indian. Let's go to this Indian restaurant, shall we?
And cheers, Murray Man, for the happy birthday.
Oh yeah, appreciate.
I'm like the kind of awkward person to when someone says happy birthday, I go, "Thanks, you too." Oh wait.
No, I totally do that. Mike Doc, glad I had leftover Chinese before I logged in here. Oh my goodness me, Murray Man.
And
Murray Man. He's gifted 5 subs in the chat. Thank you so much, Murray Man. You absolute legend.
I feel like the more and more we go into this podcast, the more we turn into bees.
Yeah, no, totally.
So like, yes, boy, get in.
I tell you what, I've set up my own Discord, and I have dubbed myself B-Tech Bees.
Yes, head back.
And another one. Murray Man, and another one.
Murray Man,
and
you
another
absolute
one,
legend.
and another one.
Yeah. Oh god, my sister was talking about Busted on one of our walks the other day. She said that she's kind of rekindled her love for Busted. Weirdly, because I think she was wanting to see the McFly documentary and like to get in the mood.
Yeah.
Started watching stuff about McFly. That was actually, Okay, I'm just going to admit this. Busted and
Yes,
McFly
head back!
in Hyde Park for CBBC, I think was my first ever gig back in 2004. My
Yeah.
first proper gig, anyway.
Hmm.
I always kind of, to be cool, I say, well, it was Beady Eye at Royal Albert Hall in 2011. No, it was actually Busted and McFly and V, if you remember them.
I can't. I remember A, but I don't remember V.
This is going to be a very much a British sort of discussion with Busted and McFly.
I mean, I think I was singing "It's All About You" randomly to Katie the other day. I wasn't being romantic or anything. I was just like, that was the song that was in my head at the time.
Just to end the Indian food debate, Greg is saying I usually get a roti as well. Is that like is a roti? It's like mixed vegetables.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I can't. And plain Charles poppadoms when hammered are great. Yes, they are, Greg. I'm glad someone agrees.
Yeah, I remember people like saying about Busted. Now that Tom brings up Busted, and you, how people thought that Busted back in the day were faking their guitar playing and stuff like that, and they all can actually play guitar. So I don't know. Like I know there's three of them playing guitar at the same time, and you couldn't see a drummer or anything like that.
Dude, Charlie Simpson, he's a great musician. Like,
Yeah.
Fight Star, great band.
Yeah.
And his solo stuff I've heard is pretty good. Greg is just adding, one curry house near us got shut down because they had 6 live goats tied up out back.
What the?
Jesus.
Oh my god. Like, I remember there was a time where there was like cats going missing in where my mum used to live, and there was like, that was scary enough. Of goats, like I don't want my cat to go by any means, but like just goats, like that.
Oh,
welcome to the Slipknot Curry House.
Oh my god, Tom is saying Charlie is our Dave Grohl. And Busted should have been the UK's answer to Green Day. I'm not sure I'd go that far, Tom, but I do like him.
If he was our answer to Dave Grohl, I think he'd be selling out stadiums by now.
And what are the comments we got? It's a flatbread, Greg. A roti is apparently a flatbread.
Right. Do you know that flatbread's the main one I go for in Subway? Like, I don't know what it is. Or Italian flatbread.
I read somewhere that in Murray Man, you can probably confirm this, but in Ireland, they are no longer allowed to call the bread in Subway bread because the sugar content is too high.
So, but what about white bread then? Because that doesn't, or does that? How much sugar does white bread have?
The Subway, the plain Subway rolls you get in Subway, the baguette type things, they're not allowed to be called bread anymore. Because there's too much sugar in them.
So what do you call them instead?
I don't know.
Bloody hell!
Can I have one of those?
Going too far this time.
I have one of those white thingies?
Can I have one of those edible sleeping bags, please?
We're making Steph hungry now. She says she wants a Subway.
Oh, damn it! Well,
we got to stop making people hungry. Let's
take Michael's advice and have cereals in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, I have cereals any time of day, mate.
My cereals at the moment are clusters. That's like my favourite.
Oh, that's my favourite. What, the crunchy nut ones?
Yeah. Well, I have the ones at Aldi, but I will have those ones at any time as well. And then Katie has has Crave.
Oh my word! Yeah, Murray Man has confirmed. No, it's got too much sugar in it, so they're classing it as cake.
Can I wrap my chicken in cake? Oh, that's what I should have for my birthday, a fucking chicken cake.
Oh, Michael, yeah, cereal any time of the day I can eat cereal.
Or maybe... Sorry.
No, Karen.
I was just going into a bit of a tirade. Or maybe I'll just stick some candles in a blade pie and blow them out.
Is that going to be your birthday cake?
I asked Katie for cheesecake.
What type? Now, what type of cheesecake? We're going to end the food debate after this, but what type of cheesecake?
Baked? Or do you mean like lemon cheesecake?
What flavour? You
lemon.
Empty. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I like a good lime cheesecake with dark chocolate that my mum makes. It's really good. Good. Caterpillar cake. Have you ever had that as a birthday cake?
Yeah, I brought that into work.
Classic.
I think it was 2017. I brought that in because we're always, that birthday tradition in work where you're required to bring your own birthday cake, like it's everybody else's birthday, not yours.
Yeah, no, we do have birthdays at work, and in general, it basically we give the runners like a kitty
Hmm.
for like 10 quid or something, and they go out and get whatever you want, really, be it cake or yada yada yada.
Mm.
And I always just say Swiss rolls, M&S, the pots that you get at M&S with the mini rolls and like Rocky Roads in and stuff.
I'm not sure because I'm poor.
What? Okay, maybe. Am I the only one that shops at M&S? I'm revealing too much. I'm revealing too much middle classness here.
Yes, quite. Well, I'm the one
I'm
drinking
poor.
out of a gin glass right now.
Yeah, you're the one drinking out of that bloody
Call
tumbler.
me pretentious KB.
Yeah. Anyway, happy birthday anyway, KB, and I hope your day is amazing. And I
Thank
hope
you.
you
And
eat
thanks.
heartily.
Yeah.
And thanks for all the messages in chat. Thank you very much, Murray Man, for the gifted 5 subs. My word.
And thanks, Steph, for saying happy birthday just now as well. Don't want to miss anyone out. So if I have missed anyone out, I apologise. So thanks to everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. And it's weird to say, but you won't regret it because this is going to be one of our best podcasts as a result.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm just going to continue the food chat because there's some amazing shouts in here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, by all means. I mean, like we've had.
We're padding it out because we're very thin on ideas this week, so that's good. Key lime pie cheesecake. Yeah, can't go wrong, Greg. Red velvet cake, Tom. Ooh, I don't know about red velvet cake. I mean, it's the frosting is cheese, right? Like soft cheese.
I can't remember. Like my colleague made a red velvet cake ages ago, and like I was making up mock the week jokes, unlikely things to be heard on a cookery show, and then I came up with a bit of a obscene one, so I won't say it here. But
Greg, thank you for the 100 bits, much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Red velvet cheesecake. Now that is the best of both worlds, and yeah, that's why I was clapping, by the way, for the cheers. So if I do that, that's just my sign language for thank you. Arf, 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 arf. So
red velvet cake. I've had it at work. It's all right. It's a bit tangy for my taste. The frosting. Greg says I always bring in a caterpillar cake to work for my birthday and a party bag of Swizzles. I remember one of my during like Friday meetings, my old boss used to bring in Yum Yums and Pan au Chocolats, and that's what made Friday so great. Pan au Chocolat cannot go wrong.
Yum Yums as well.
Finally, Michael says caramel shortbread are the best birthday snacks to bring in. Definitely agree with that. Are you talking about the millionaire shortbreads? Because they are amazing. And the tubs from chocolate rolls from M&S. Thank you, Murray Man. I'm glad somebody else shops at M&S.
It's
because there's one at St Pancras, you see. And whenever on my route to work and back, I always kind of, especially on the way back, if I've gone out afterwards and got really smashed, it's open until like midnight. So ideal, really.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think that's
let's move on. Let's move on from the food.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted a lot of the.
Onto my news, I guess, for this week. I've done a lot this week, I tell you. I have set up a Discord for my own channel.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing so far, and I'm going to need all the help I can get, really.
I was quite surprised, when I was trying to load up Stream Elements yesterday whilst acting like a granddad at the same time, that it's not so different than doing the bots on Discord, because, if you know how to use Stream Elements to set up chat commands and things like that, you'll know how to do it with the Me6 bot for Discord. So, but then again, I'm in control of that bot now.
Well, yeah, I'll leave you to do all that stuff.
Yeah, that's no problem.
You've got your own Discord and everything.
But it's all set up, ready to go. So it's so what I've done. I think there's a limit of 3 custom chat commands. So I've got the hashtag ket, not hashtag ket, the ket command, which says talk to Frank.
By the way, I can't remember who suggested it. I think it was either leisurely or who else? Who else was in the Shikari listen party? But basically, on my channel, we do a bunch of album listen throughs, and I'm currently catching up on all the music I've missed from 2020. So on my channel, I was listening to the new Shikari album, and basically in the chat, it was Mike Doc. Yes, thank you for that, Mike Doc. He basically said, and we all kind of agreed concurrently that the best way to enjoy this album would be on some intoxicative substances, shall we say? And
right, okay.
It was his idea to come up. I thought I should come up with a command, and it was his idea to say, Rob says talk to Frank whenever you type in !Ket in the chat.
Because it was funny because when you raided me and then I got loads of people saying talk to Frank, I was trying to play it off the best way I possibly could, not understanding the context but making my own context up along the way. So I think I did pretty well with that.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing I regret was not being able to find my way around the map by the time I got raided, because it just looked like I was just going in circles, which I was. But so we have like I said, I've got my own Discord now. So if you want to join that, then feel free. We're gonna potentially do games of Among Us in there. Potentially do Jackbox games. Talk about football. Talk about music a lot. Stuff like that. Yeah,
and I'll put it in. Where will I put it? I'll put it in your Discord probably.
Yeah.
The other thing I did, speaking of Among Us, was that me and later on Michael, we actually, after Michael's FIFA match or FIFA session, shall we say, there was multiple matches involved with our very own Terry Beezer, which was a lot of fun to watch on his channel. Mm-hmm. They smashed everyone off the park. I did suggest actually it should be me and you, KB, versus Michael and Bees.
Bring it on.
Once I get FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on, man.
Absolutely.
And afterwards, we actually went over to Brandon Salah's channel from Atreyu. And me and Michael only did one round, but I got to get in a few rounds of Among Us. And I've sent you some clips if you want to play maybe some of them.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so I've got the first one. Let's just load up my studio. So the transition is wonderfully. And also maximize that because it doesn't like to be maximized. Right there.
Actually, yeah, that was the last one. Maybe play one of the ones before that one.
Nope, that's not the one.
Not that one.
Actually, let me just transition to it. I'm just showing.
Actually, whilst we're on that, maybe do show the very grateful subscribers what you can get as a emote if you subscribe at tier 2.
So, tier 1 is this one. With me with a sinister face. Tier 2 is Rob's sad face. And tier 3 is me when I decided to dye my hair, but also dye my eyebrows when I was 17.
I can't believe that's your actual hair. It looks like you photoshopped that hair.
I did edit it somewhat, the picture, just to make it brighter for the sake of the emoji. But yeah, that is something I definitely would never like to do again.
Yes.
Oh, Greg, Mosh Talk Cinematic Universe, outstanding. Anyway, so this is a little. We're going to play some snippets of. Now, for some context, basically, they mostly spent the entire time just making fun of my accent and of Michael's accent.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? Yes, on full volume. Okay. Nope, that space didn't work.
Yes, Swinfield is in.
Oh, is that your mate?
That's my mate, yeah.
Your fucking mate. Here you go.
Hey, Swinny, how you doing?
Play with your fucking mate, Swinny.
Stop making fun of me or I'll become the bull right now.
Yeah.
You're right, Michael, how's it going?
I'm not in this round, sorry, y'all.
Oh, you can just watch.
Oh, God, when you hear my accent, it's nothing Cockney. Don't do that to me.
He seems like the most chill guy.
Oh, dude, he's such a great laugh.
And he's got a fantastic voice as well.
Oh yeah, well now Atreyu, he's on lead vocals. He's actually
Yeah, because what's his name left, didn't he?
yeah, the lead singer, I can't remember his name, left, but now he's got the bass player doing the unclean vocals, and he's stepped out from behind the drum kit and is now on lead vocals. So he's done a Phil Collins, I guess. But yeah, for the context of this, me and Michael were both the imposters
Right.
in the last round. And all throughout the game, they were like, don't trust the British guys, don't trust the British guys, because we were like the only two English guys in the game. But here's what happened
Okay.
in the end.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I
You guys
fucking knew
fell
it.
right for it. The fucking accent got you.
Clear as day.
It
Dude,
was
I-
the two
Daddy
British
says
guys.
Did you
it's
like-
the two English guys.
I like
but
how-
no.
Show your fucking
I like
back!
how
I
Swiney, I
literally-
just went up and followed you and sat there.
I didn't kill a single person that round. It was all Swinny.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I knew I saw him.
Swinny was just a
I knew it.
If I was not visiting family later, I would have done a stream. But yeah, that's the unfortunate news. Normally I try to do a stream by myself after the podcast, but can't do it tonight because I got obligations.
Fair dues.
No, not just obligations. That sounds harsh.
Yeah, Mike Doc. Typical American production. The British are always the bad guys. So you're right. Yeah.
But we do like playing bad guys. Just look at UK wrestling and things. We're just we're cheeky cunts.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, any film, any like Die Hard,
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
I mean, they've all watched Bronson, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm getting sick of the whole the nicknames of you idiot I. Like I think it's getting old now. Like you idiot I was the imposter or I wasn't the imposter. I don't know. I just put something really outrageous out there.
Yeah.
I cosplayed as Gimli in one of them, and because I was brown and then had like a big helmet on, and I was just like I think sort of when the game was over and I got ejected because people found out I was the imposter, I just shouted in the chat that still only counts as one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, Greg. At one point, I did remark, I'm going to go full Jason Statham in a minute. the transporter.
Mm.
Be scared of what, Tommy? The Germans.
Katie had someone flirting with her because she was like telling everybody that she had an OnlyFans and stuff.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's funny.
Moving swiftly back to Jason Statham, he's actually he's a Mockney. He's originally from Derby, and he was an Olympic swimmer before he became an actor.
Yeah.
Swear to God, there's footage out there of Jason Statham being an Olympic swimmer.
Really? So,
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like an English soaps. If a Scottish or Scouse person appears, you know they're the bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Trevor from EastEnders?
Yeah.
Bloody
What
Moor.
was that? There was that domestic abuse episode of EastEnders, wasn't there? Like way back. It was really controversial.
Oh, was it?
With Little Mo's boyfriend, and he was like really Scottish.
Yeah, and she hit him with an iron, and then she was the one that got
That's
sent
right, yeah.
to fucking jail.
Yeah,
Because
no
it was
justice.
because he twisted things, didn't he? Like he's like, I don't know what happened. I just got hit with, I just woke up in hospital with my head hurting, and he's just like, oh, for God's sake.
But I remember that he pushed her face into like a birthday cake or a cake or
Yeah,
something.
and then how does he die with
Tying it back to the whole birthday thing. You see?
Yeah,
I
and then he
managed to do
dies
it.
with sympathy because they're trying to save him, and then they're too late from a fire. You're like, he should have died with absolute scorn. But I digress. This is the third video.
Yeah, you don't have to play them all, by the way. But
No,
I
this
think
is the
you get
last one,
idea.
so may as well.
All right, yeah. I think you get the idea.
Okay.
What about
some of
you,
these.
G
I
and
just love
Please
the
Daddy?
please, daddy.
Did you see
Yeah.
anything?
I'm Pliz Daddy,
Yeah.
and I'm voting green.
All right, that's good enough for me.
And I didn't see
Is that
anything.
please daddy or please daddy?
It's Please Daddy, but you know.
I think I think
Daddy,
we're
no.
both-
It's my British accent, mate.
Please daddy.
Yeah, Rox is fucked.
All right, I gotta follow Brandon.
Good.
Sorry.
He's a good laugh, man.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that.
You're totally
Um.
you are so grounded.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it was because me and Brandon were imposters that round.
Yeah.
So at the end of that, I was like, "Yeah, get in there, Brandon." Very English sort of way of saying we've won.
Yeah, Germans are evil. Oh, I just remember on Mock the Week in response to that when they're like unlikely lines to be heard in a war film, and then Hugh Dennis comes up and says, "Why are we speaking English?
Why are we speaking English?" I remember that.
Yeah.
Mock the Week used to be so good, man.
Yeah, although there was, I love that Ed Gamble's on there now. I think he's the new like really
is he?
funny one. Yeah, like he's just.
Well, we
him and
we
James
saw
Acaster.
we saw Ed Gamble live, didn't we? Well,
Yeah.
I did. I don't know about you. At Download last year.
Yeah, and he was really good. Is that
The Jelly Babies thing because he's diabetic.
Yeah,
Fucking Jelly Babies.
yeah. No, I think the biggest ooh we got from a joke on Mock the Week was like unlikely lines to be heard in his children's cartoon, and he just goes up and goes,
no.
"To me,"
Oh.
and everyone's like, "Oh."
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
Poor old Barry Shuckle.
I love.
Or was it Paul? No, it was Barry.
It was
wasn't
Barry. It was Barry.
Yeah, I remember them. They came to our uni at one point, didn't they?
Yeah.
To the venue. They did this kind of weird tour where they were going around all the student nightclubs and like signing autographs and stuff. It's very strange.
The other funny recent one I remember is I think it was one I saw yesterday, and it's related to like YouTube ads and things like that, and it was unlikely commercials, and Hugh Dennis goes up and says, "We spent £100,000 on making this ad, so please don't skip in 3, 2, 1, you fucking bastard." I love that one.
Yeah, no, I agree, Murray, man. Ed is a great laugh. We like I said, we saw him do his stand up on the Thursday, I think, before Download started.
Yeah.
He was at Download,
Yeah.
and he was telling us that he was looking forward to seeing Conjurer that weekend.
And that was where he just like earned so many brownie points, more brownie points than he earned before from actually being at Download.
Because it wasn't like he was going. I hate to use Jim Brewer as an example, but he was going for the obvious. AC/DC, Metallica.
He did the same fucking jokes like
Slayer.
3 times in a row, and I was just like, I've heard this like so many times before, and it was like a 20-minute gig in 1 hour. That's what it felt like.
You didn't like Jim Brewer. Then.
No,
I thought he was all right.
It's not that I didn't like him. It's just that at least have enough sustainable material for an hour rather than just repeat the same stuff 3 times. That's the bit I had an issue with. Like he was doing the same James Hetfield thing for like, I don't know, 15 minutes and then onto a Slayer one and stuff, and like, yeah, I just felt like there wasn't enough there in my mind.
But I just like the fact that he was going very niche with his metal bands. You know, it's not like one of those metalhead comedians who goes on and goes, "Oh, that Metallica, eh? That's Slayer, eh?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with airline food, eh?"
Yeah. He's actually talking about bands like Conjurer, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. But
by the way, speaking of metalhead comedians, Bill Bailey, I've heard, is doing quite well on Strictly. I don't know if you've been keeping up.
I didn't even know he was on Strictly.
He was, yeah, and
Bloody hell.
he's actually one of the favourites to win it.
Oh, you'd be my favourite to win it. Even if he can't dance, I'd still vote for him.
I love Bill Bailey. I wish I could have seen his Sonosphere set in 2011.
I love it when he was on Buzzcocks, and it was when Preston walked off and he says, he must have thought he'd been voted out. That's probably my favourite episode. Or the one where, I can't remember that, that punk guy with the long blonde hair comes on, and Simon Amstel...
Tim Minchin? Is that
not
him?
Tim Minchin, no. I can't remember. Let me just check real quick just to get a reminder of his name.
Yeah, but Bill Bailey. I saw him in London's in the
Donny
West
Tourette.
End.
That's the one. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, the Donny Tourette's episode.
And he was just like he was trying to mug off Simon, and then no, he was trying to mug off Bill Bailey, and then Simon goes in. I don't think you realise this, but Bill is a comedian. You can't win.
Can't win. And I do seem to recall Bill saying something along the lines of, "You're about as punk as Enya."
Yeah.
I've heard since that Donny Tourette's kind of cooled down a bit from those days. He's kind of become a bit more grounded since then.
He probably, he probably had.
He
that
didn't
sort of...
he didn't come across very well in that episode
No,
of
definitely
Buzzcocks.
not. But like,
but yeah, Bill Bailey. I saw him in the West End live stand up. My stomach was cramping from laughing so hard. Seriously, I was in actual physical pain watching him.
I love
from laughter.
Yeah, the kind of comedy I like is the less sort of dry and the more kind of practical, but something clever at the same time. Like I like with like Lee Mack's stand up. There's something extra to it, which I love.
See, I'm a bit kind of. I have a weird polarity when it comes to comedy. I love my dry, like I really love dry humor, like along the lines of like Jack D, Milton Jones, all that lot on one camp. But then equally, I love the absolutely absurd and ridiculous stuff. Your Harry Hills or whatever, who actually turned up at my graduation ceremony.
Yeah,
and he got an honorary doctorate, Harry Hill. It was bizarre going up to collect my degree and Harry Hill sitting there applauding me. I'm like, I am truly in bizarro world here.
Does he really deserve that? Only one way to find out. Yeah.
Fight!
He's just like
It's very silly, but I love TV Bert back in the day.
Yeah, and then I think it got overwritten by Russell Howard's show then, because I think that is because it was more commentary based, so I think it became more viral on the internet and stuff as well. So I think what
he was like, a lot of his stuff was quite risque, on TV, but believe it or not.
Yeah. I think it's just...
like I remember there was like at one point he was doing a show, one of Heston Blumenthal's show, where Heston visits an Italian butcher's, and he makes a trumpet out of bits of pork and stuff, and cuts back to Harry Hill, and he goes, "Yeah, I've never played the pork trumpet myself."
Yeah. I don't know.
It's brilliant.
I'm just trying to think who's like the wackiest like Buzzcocks moment, because everyone's talking about the Donny Tourette thing as well. And,
it says, Greg, speaking of which, Greg says, had a look on Wiki, he must have stopped being a knob because Towers of London have the original lineup back. Yeah, that's what I thought. Apparently, I think they've toured with the Wild Hearts recently.
Wow.
I wish Goth Botherer was in here to confirm that, but I believe they toured with the Wild Hearts quite recent, like last year before.
Yeah.
I feel like they've got their act together somewhat.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I remember the Huey Morgan incident, and that was from like his second or third time being on the show. To be honest, I could probably get a bit irate by the Rizzle Kicks sitting there hosting, but no excuse to smash a tea mug. Did you ever see?
Oh man, they used to have Dave Mustaine on there. They had like Bruce Dickinson was on there. Lemmy was on there.
Oh, yeah. Ian Watkins was on there.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah, and
I hope you're talking about the Ian Watkins from Steps, by the way.
He was on there. He was on there too. That was when I think that was the one where Frankie Boyle was hosting.
Yeah,
because I think Amy Childs was on there. And she was talking about vajazzling or something like that, and I think Tiny Temper was sitting next to her, and he said, "Have you ever done vajazzling yourself?" And she was like, "No, I never tried." And he's like, "There's always a first."
Oh,
Danny Filth as well. That's another one. Yeah, Danny Filth.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
he was so awkward when doing the music coming round, because he just didn't know many of the songs
that was
very well.
That and the lineup bit was always my favourite.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you remember? What was it? Dappy on there, and he was like, "Oh, does he go?" So you said that the real one's quite energetic. And he's like, yeah, and he said, "Oh, it can't be number 4 then." And then Phil Jupiter just walks off.
Oh god. So who would you say is your favourite permanent Buzzcocks host out of Mark Lamar and Simon Amstel?
I think Simon, without a doubt. I think there was just some charm to Simon Amstel and his sarcasm and stuff that is very, very hard to replace.
Yeah. I mean, both of them, were brilliantly irreverent in their own way. I feel like Simon Amstel was more our era of growing up with Buzzcocks, and Mark Lamar was a bit earlier. But you could argue Mark Lamar kind of set the precedent.
Oh yeah, of course, and like I don't
style of presenting. Yeah.
I don't think Buzzcocks would have been what it is without Mark Lamar setting the stage, as you said, and Simon Amstel could. But Simon Amstel was a great choice for who would replace him after that. So kudos to them. And I think Rod Gilbert's done a fairly good job when he was permanent.
Was he permanent host?
He became permanent. Yeah, I don't know if he's still.
I do like Rod Gilbert. He's nuts. He's him on Taskmaster, which I've caught up with incidentally. By the way,
I still need to watch that because I just haven't watched it.
I watched it last night, and there was a task where basically you had to the contestants had to look in a mirror and draw the animal that was on the other side of the mirror, and they were wearing a hat.
Yeah,
and it's such a wonderfully bizarre show.
What I loved about Amstel on Buzzcocks though was he could, like, as Mike Doc said, he could be more cutting at times, but that cheeky grin after he says a joke, it just kills me every time. When he's like, it was Courtney Love and was like, "Oh, kill me and make it look like suicide."
Oh God, that joke! Oh no!
But then he seemed.
I love the immediate discllaimer.
Disclaimer: Simon Amstel is definitely wrong.
Simon Amstel is definitely wrong.
That's BBC covering their asses there.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
I
need to watch A League of Their Own as well. Is it League of Their Own, the one where it's
Yeah, it's James Corden hosting and
is it Jamie? I don't know, man.
Yeah, there you go. That'll put you off instantly. Jamie Redknapp and Freddie Flintoff as team captains. It used to be good, and then they kind of it stopped being about sport and started, just random banter between all of them.
I think like someone like Rob Beckett would be a perfect host for a show like that.
Oh, he's brilliant. Arsenal fan as well, so he gets bonus points.
I'll give him a pass.
And Romesh Ranganathan as well.
Yeah. I didn't like how he called Android users pricks though. One of his stand-up routines. Whatevs.
Yeah. Panel shows. I do like a good panel show.
Yeah. I loved. I love 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, where I just love Joe Wilkinson in it.
Joe Wilkinson is ridiculous. Him on Taskmaster, right? My sister actually saw him outside of her work on a lunch break at one point. She sent the photo to me. It's like, guess who I saw? But on Taskmaster, where they had the task was they had to impress a local mayor.
All right.
And Joe Wilkinson comes in and he goes, "Here you go, brought you 42 Calippos."
See, that's what I mean. I like it when he's just like...
And I brought you a few cans of lager. And the mayor goes, "Well, any significance for the 42 Calippos?" That's all they had.
I like it when he's doing magic tricks and then he has the smoke effect in the back and he just goes, "I can't smoke in you, mate."
When he, on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, where he brings in the bear.
Yeah,
with the bear with the can of lager in his hand. It's
yeah,
it's a pissed up bear, mate.
When he is like just all the insults of Fabio. He's like, "Oh, Fabio is a great assistant, but he's thick as pig shit."
Oh, that's a shame to hear, Greg. Apparently, Rob Beckett's a knobhead in real life.
I have heard that.
Came to his theatre 2 hours late and shouted the odds. I actually worked at a theatre myself, and we had Jim Davidson as one of our comedians that was performing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can imagine how he was to deal with.
The only one we had
Romesh Ranganathan at this theatre performing. We had Alan Davis. We had Omid Jalili. All fantastic.
Yeah,
but yeah. Jim Davison. That was a difficult evening.
I think the only people, and this is not me like passing judgment myself, but it's just what I've heard. I haven't heard good things about Bradley Walsh. Haven't heard good things about Matt Tuck. Mainly from Well, have you never met Matt Tuck? I feel like you would have met him. I've met Moose and Padge, but I've never met Matt.
Moose was on Mosh Talks the other night promoting Kill the Lights. Was it his band?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seemed like a top geezer. He seemed seemed like very radiant and very smiley.
This is my problem, see, because like the whole, like not with Moose, but with that whole thing about what's it called? Not responding to Moose's emails about coming back into the band, and that whole palaver, and then them saying that, oh, we're gonna do this new song with the separate drummer, but we want you to be in the video and stuff, and then afterwards just saying we want you to step down, even after all saying oh yeah, it's his decision to come back to the band, like basically covering it up or something. But from a childhood friend, that just seems like a really scummy thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that did put off my opinion about well, not necessarily the band, but
about him as a person. Well, yeah,
and he hasn't really my problem is he hasn't really spoken up about it ever since that, and he could easily do that, like even publicly apologize or anything like that, but he just hasn't.
This is the only time I'm gonna bring it up, right? And this is really I don't like to talk about this sort of stuff, as you know, but when I found out this week, I mean, it is relevant news, so I just want to get it off my chest.
Go ahead, man.
That Steph from Deftones is a flat earther, and he believes in he's got a few anti-vax kind of beliefs.
Oh, jeez.
I was slightly gutted about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this?
But at the end of the day, I still love the band. It's his views. It's not really harming anyone, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like his side project is Trapped. So
exactly. He's like the chillest guy in the world, Steph. From all the interviews and stuff. Probably because of the amount of weed he smokes, to be fair. But it doesn't surprise me that he has kind of an outlandish view like that. I think it was only a matter of time before someone from Deftones came out with some ridiculous beliefs like that. But still love the band.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. But no, I'm with you. Like, when you find out band members of bands you love can be a bit, weird.
Yeah. Hello, Penny. How's it going, by the way? Sorry, just
Oh, that's all right. Oh, AJ Styles. Yeah, no, he's one of the best wrestlers on planet Earth. AJ Styles. He's one of my favorites, and he's a flat earther.
Yeah. I mean,
and Daniel Bryan made a joke about it on on Smack Talks, if you remember.
Yeah.
When that was a thing.
That's yeah. So there's all that, all the celebrities in real life and blah blah blah. But
separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess what I'm getting at.
All right.
So shall we move on?
Yeah, I was going to. So I had a little bit of a segment. Rob usually comes up with the little metal chants and stuff like that, but I've come up with my own this week. Now, Peter Kay did a stand-up ages ago about misheard lyrics in songs, just like playing the phone or the tape cassette to the microphone with what he described as misheard lyrics. So I'm pretty much going to do the same, but with rock and metal. So I've got 6 songs. I know it doesn't sound like much, but there's going to be context in between. I don't want to say exactly what the real words are because I think that takes away from the illusion. So first on the list, now Rob, you haven't listened to Funeral for a Friend much, have you? So
I have not, no, but I'm intrigued.
Okay, so Funeral for a Friend, the song "Red Is the New Black." It sounds in the chorus like they're saying menstrual sadness.
Oh my god!
So let's. Can you hear that well?
Yep.
It's coming up.
Very good.
Okay. Next, that is like for a debut album, that is
Mark the time.
Wonderful. Like 2003, and I think the production quality is great on that album. So all the respect to them, because I think he's a top guy as well. Matt, and like right when I did a cover of Bullets a few years ago, Ryan, the drummer, commented on it and said good job. So I like him for that.
Cover of a Bullet by Funeral for a Friend, or
no, not Bullet Theory. No, what's it called? Bullet for My Valentine when I did.
Oh right.
Don't Need You. What's the other
So
one?
so
over
the
it?
so the Funeral for a Friend drummer commented on your Bullet for My Valentine cover video.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
Because
That's
the
pretty cool.
promoter of our local hobos, as Penny mentioned in the chat, hobos is our local club in Bridgend, and the promoter Dean basically showed off my cover, and Ryan saw it and commented on it. Anyway,
Nice.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Next song, I know I just mentioned Bullet, but the song The Poison, how often have you listened to that song?
I know 4 words to choke upon, tears don't fall, your usual stuff. Hand of Blood.
Yeah.
I can't remember The Poison that well.
Okay. Well, there's a part of the song which sounds like it's saying "Come on her face." So here we go. Here we go.
Oh no. Have you got many more of these?
Yeah, I've got plenty, my friends. That I'm only getting started.
All right. So well, strap yourselves in, watchers
and
of this podcast.
This next one is a very common one amongst the metal community because it involves trivium in waves. So you probably know what's coming. So I'll
yes.
play the song.
Well, no, hang on. There's multiple ones.
Yeah,
for
that's what I
this
mean.
song,
Hang on. Let me materialize it for you. So
Yes.
Eat rice? No, maybe. 8 wives? I don't know.
Well done, KB. You've ruined these songs for all of us. Thank you for that.
Egg whites? No?
Egg whites. That's the one.
Egg earwax? I don't know. It could be anything. So
You know, if you go on their YouTube video, the official video for In Waves, literally every single comment is an interpretation of what he's singing there. Every single one. And Matt also has a thing on his Twitch channel. I can't remember. I think it's singing the. What's the song that goes? Hig nut, and it sounds like he's saying big nut.
yeah, I can't remember which song that is. But
You know which one I'm talking about, though, right?
I just love Boat Rudder Strange Mountain.
Boat Rudder Strange Mountain is a classic. That is like one of the very first misheard lyric
That was because
videos that
there
kind
was
of went viral.
Yeah,
Right?
well, that was because there was a YouTuber called Paranoid Dave who used to just do all these trivium interpretations, but he was a guy who didn't like the bands that he was putting up, so he was
What? Well, I mean, I remember in the early days of the Mosh Talks Twitch channel, we had a Mosh Dump section where we just put in random videos for bees to react to. And I decided to put in Liberate by Slipknot misheard lyrics.
Manas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like bananas?
Do you like bananas?
Do you like bananas?
All right, so next.
And Bees was like, "Oh, don't do this to me. It's going to get stuck in my head as that now."
Anyway, the next one is a bit of a more obscure one because it's not as well known, but Gravedigger by Architects. It sounds like they're saying, "We've given the pepper."
Oh God!
Hang on.
I haven't listened to much Architects apart from that Animals song, but and Alchemega. Yeah. Do you think we should? Do you think we should make this a regular thing, Mike Doc?
If we can get more songs, then most definitely. The next one I've got is a bit of an oldie, Iron Maiden. So let's see if I can find it. But you're a big fan of Iron Maiden, right, Rob?
Well, not really. I mean, I like them.
Let me ask you again. You're a big fan of Iron Maiden, right, Rob?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so a bit of one of their underrated songs, Deja Vu. It sounds like he's saying "Cooking Me Raw." That's the in a minute.
When you see familiar faces, but you don't remember where they're from. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
cooking me
standard.
raw. And this one is probably the most wordy. This is the final one. And it is, with these things, you have to include Slipknot in there, no matter what. But it is nothing to do with what maybe Paranoid Dave might have come up with or anything like that. It is exactly my own making. But it's essentially, you went down from the dick up in my finger, Chewbacca sticker. As in Chewbacca from Star Wars. Listen.
Where did you come up with these yourself?
I came up with this. I got a bit of help on the InWaves one. I'll admit that, but the rest of them was my making. But yeah, you went down from the dick up in my finger, Chewbacca sticker. So
yeah. Did you never give a damn in the first place? Maybe it's time you were the tables turn, 'cause in the interest of all evolved, and got the problem solved. And the princess guilty. And the gal lays on the way of it. Try to stop dropping off. You went down from the dick up in Mount Vernon. Chewbacca sticker raised.
Oh no!
He just says Chewbacca really fast.
Well, that was one of those songs where I never knew the lyrics to that until I looked up, because his rapping style was so fast and his delivery was so what's the word? Indecipherable. You know?
Yeah.
That you kind of have to make your own lyrics up for that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
My favorite part from the Liberate one was after the chorus, so soft, youthful cat, your garbage penis, Gorbachev.
Hang on. I'm going to play Metallica Fuel now that Greg mentioned it in the chat. So I think for the sake of when we upload it on YouTube
give me
as well.
Fries, give me salad on the side. Yes, fuel.
Give me food, give me fries, give me salad on the side.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Kind of. But
Kind of.
we'll go with it.
The most popular one I've heard of that is give me fuel, give me fire, give me jabba jabba za. Anyway, is that the end of that segment?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Right. Well, do you want me to come up with some for next week then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Or I might bring the anagrams thing back. Who knows?
I love that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of music, I figured we'd get onto the matter of a Trivium tour for next year,
Yes.
which is featuring. It's a co-headline tour with Heaven Shall Burn, and it features the supporting acts of Tesseract and Fit for an Autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a lineup that is!
It's like, I think when it comes to lineups and stuff like that, Trivium just know exactly what to include. It's like, I remember when they did the co-headline tour with Arch Enemy and all that kind of stuff, and it was absolutely insane. That you know.
Well, do you notice the recurring thread throughout some of these is that they're all on Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about Heaven Shall Burn, but all the members of Trivium are on Twitch.
Yeah.
Jay Poststones and Dan Tompkins from Tesseract are both on Twitch, and Tim Howley from Fit for an Autopsy is on Twitch.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Joseph Badalato's on there as well. The singer.
Is he from Fit for an Autopsy?
Yeah, he's the singer. Or
I do
screamer.
need to listen to more of them. I think I actually listened to a bit of Heaven Shall Burn as well, and they're quite good. They're German metalcore.
Yeah,
and very much there's like no clean singing involved, but a lot of the kind of there's one which kind of begins with orchestration and ends with orchestration, and in the middle is just full bore metalcore, and it's quite good. Can't remember the name of it though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So like I was kind of like, when I saw the poster, I was kind of like, who's that? Who's that? And then I was like, Heaven Shall Burn. They've got one of those like sort of death metal logos, so I just couldn't understand. So yeah, there's the poster. Let me just see if I can.
Just to interject, Greg is saying when he saw Kiss, they had a guy speed painting as their opening act.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Bob Ross will
What
go
you
home.
mean? What you mean? He had like an easel on stage, and he was just
That's a bit strange. Isn't it?
weird.
Yeah. So anyway, away from that weird stuff. So yeah, Heaven Shall Burn, Tesseract, Fit for an Autopsy. Now I'm sad that this is only a European tour, because this would have been amazing as a UK tour, and I definitely would have gone to it. Who knows? Maybe Who
knows? Maybe they're going to bring it. I doubt they'll have Heaven Shall Burn.
I'd love to go. Because I went to Budapest last year. I'd love to go to Vienna at some point. Bit more expensive than Budapest, though. Budapest is quite cheap.
I mean, who knows? By then, I'll probably be hankering for gigs so much. I'll definitely go to one this abroad. You know, you've seen Architects in Budapest, haven't you?
Yeah, and they were fantastic. But I think even like While She Sleeps, supporting them, they stole the show as well. They were just fantastic.
So Murray Man says he's hopefully getting tickets for the Berlin show.
That would be good.
That's pretty cool.
That's definitely a city I'd like to go to as well. Just thinking like any of these cities that I'd love to go to, like Barcelona, Madrid, maybe Lisbon. I'm not sure. I've never had plans to go to Lisbon.
Well, we could stay with Tom, I guess. Or Tom's grandmother or whoever.
Tom, if you've got free tickets, mate, then I'd be happy to take them off your hands.
Yeah.
I'd happily pay.
I'm pretty sure we had he tried to make plans for us to go and see Iron Maiden in Lisbon. Me and Dan and him.
All right. Okay.
I think it was something like that. Tom, if you can confirm, but yeah, I've never actually been to a gig abroad before.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
not even Scotland or Wales. You know, it's all been England based.
Yeah, like Architects is the only one I've seen abroad, but I think Budapest Park is probably my favorite venue. Because like it's outside and everything is so close and the weather is beautiful, so you just can't go wrong. And the drinks are cheap as well. It was like $2 whatever their currency was, like which is equal to like probably £1 for a pint of cider.
Yeah. Penny is saying not been to many gigs, but her favourite that she's been to was Alter Bridge in Cardiff with Blackstone Cherries support. That sounds like a good one.
That was good, yeah.
We saw Blackstone Cherry. I don't know if you saw them. We saw them at Download 2018,
I
was
didn't
it?
see them.
Before Guns N' Roses, or I saw them at least.
Yeah.
I thought they were half decent.
They were part of the playlist that me and Katie had in the car coming home from the Indian last night, because she had control of my phone, so she was putting a rock and roll playlist on, which included a fair few Darkness songs, Guns N' Roses, Buck Cherry, you know, the Crazy Bitch song, which
Bitch
somehow knows all the words to.
of it. Oh God, does Katie
dreams, I'm doing you all night. What's that?
Does Katie like them?
I think probably ironically.
Oh,
I mean,
as long as it's ironically.
Yeah, like she likes the WAP ironically. You know, like it's just like one of those funny ones to sing along to. You know.
Oh, sorry, Penny. Sorry, my bad.
You just called Penny a woman.
So, hey, you know what? I apologize. Let's move on.
So I should have corrected, but I was in my own world.
Best standalone gig was Steel Panther opening for Crew/Leopard co-headliner at Wembley Arena. Yeah, that sounds very 80s to me.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So, do you think Motley Crue have any chance of coming back, like with, you know, a fit Vince Neil, shall we say?
No.
All right.
No, maybe I don't know.
All right, let's move on then.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you remember seeing? I think Sam was the one who showed me this, but all the old gigs that we'd have in the University of Kent, like the Who playing in Elliott Hall, and did you ever see that?
No, I don't know actually. I know that I actually couldn't tell you what sort of gigs we had down in Canterbury.
Because, like, I mean, that's a big step up from like having Labyrinth at the Summer Ball.
All right. Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go on. I'll go on to Setlist FM. And what was it? Canterbury.
Yeah, I guess that'll work.
United Kingdom. Yeah. So now it's your standard Fairport Convention. You know, all your lower old kind of bands. My boys, Famine, of course. Wishbone Ash. The Proclaimers performed at the Marlow. Oh, fantastic!
So I've got from 1966 because I've put in University of
Hang
Kent.
on, are we saying University of Kent?
I've put University of Kent.
Right. Okay. I do have some. Right. In 1992, a little band called Radiohead played there.
You can go even further back. You've got like the Kinks and Alan Bone.
All right. We'll go to. So I'm getting all this off Setlist FM.
Me too.
Manfred Mann, the Kinks, the Yardbirds, the Move. Yes. Supertramp.
Genesis.
Genesis. Led Zeppelin. Oh my word. Led Zeppelin played at University of Kent in 1971.
To this country? Meme that shit. What happened?
Captain Beefheart, 10cc. I mean, yeah. So I guess it all dried up in 1992 then.
Yeah, because like you have Labyrinth, Bastille. I have a bit of a soft spot for Bastille. The
Cure.
Oh, yeah.
Duran Duran, Echo and the Bunnymen. So we're now in the 80s. Who else?
Feeder in 2010.
Dr. Fuga, Delamitri. I feel like Delamitri is when it kind of started going downhill slightly. The Smiths played there as well, 1984.
Because the thing is, like, because Cardiff University is a pretty standard venue for a lot of bands, even like Machine Head and bands like that. It's still got those fantastic things. Like, was it? I saw Funeral for a Friend last year in a Place. One of the best gigs I've ever been to, because like they've played like a lot of stuff before their first album as well. It was insanely good.
Oh, Senseless Things. I love the Senseless Things.
Yeah.
Great underrated band. I might post one of their tunes in Underrated Bands channel in my Discord later on. But last band apparently to play at the University of Kent was Radiohead in 1992. So
Mike Dog does make a good point, saying you have to remember that back then there were not going to be many purpose-built places for gigs, so had to use wherever could get X amount of people in. Yeah, because like when you have a look at like the pictures and stuff, where the band played it was just a window behind them as well, so you haven't got that much security. Compared to like gig venues now, where they appear from backstage to not really mix into the crowd, and if the crowd are going to be too rowdy, etc. So I can understand that. I'm just trying to think as well, because like since then, most of the bands have played, or most of the music artists have played in the Summer Ball, and that's usually around the Wolf College area, isn't it?
I would say so, yeah. I can't think off the top of my head if we've had any. We used to have the thing called the Attic, didn't we, above the venue, which was like, and they got rid of that after first or second year to make it like a
studio, a radio and video studio. And
that was like our sort of the alternative kind of students kind of area, and they played metal there and they played rock there. And it was a real shame that they had to get rid of it.
And then it was just Lady Luck 24/7 after that.
Absolutely. Shout out to Lady Luck.
Yeah.
Favorite pub in the world.
Best pub ever.
Right. So I think we'll
just another note. That. If you loved a Lady Luck, then if you come down to Cardiff, you'll love Fuel. That's the pub you'd like to go to.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'll bear that in mind. Right. So I guess should we do like maybe one or two more segments before listening to this? Because I have some ideas.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've got all the time in the world, mate. So it's
good stuff. All right.
Mind.
So I was thinking, seeing as you're wearing a Spurs kit today, I figured we'd get onto the matter of favourite and least favourite football kits.
Right.
Specifically, your own football kits. So if you give me like a top 5 favourite and least favourite Spurs kits, and I'll give you a top 5 favourite and least favourite Arsenal kits. How about that?
Do you want to start? Because I still need to refresh my mind.
I will start. Right, I'll start with my favourite kits. So, in no particular order, this is my top 5. We have the classic 1970 to 71 double winning kit, which is, I think, the template for what all Arsenal kits should be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just, your simple red body, white sleeves, bit of red trim, cannon. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
No faffing about with designer stripes or whatever or weird trim or anything like that. What is this? Is this all the Arsenal?
So
kit?
what we could do is look at these and we could judge how we feel about the rankings of these in a sense, and just kind of mix it in. So we've got
That's not a bad shout,
because we got a bit of a representation to just not just make it us talking.
That's not a bad shout. Is this Arsenal and Spurs?
I've got a Spurs tab open as well, but it's
all
the
right,
same.
good.
It's the
right,
same
we'll start
link.
with Arsenal then. So if you
so number 20, this is of the Premier League era, by the way. So
okay. Well, that's fine. That's fair enough.
yeah.
2018 to just horrendous. The pink on the sleeves.
It just looks
the
like
weird,
a fucking
weird collar. It's just,
Yeah.
and of course the memories associated with that kit.
It just looks like two mega blocks joined together, in a sense.
It's horrendous,
Yeah.
And of course, it typifies the football that we were playing under Emery at that point, which was shite.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And one of the big driving forces from getting sacked, wasn't it?
So this is this writer's least favorite to favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, this one wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think this is kind of probably a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Because a lot of Arsenal kits, from what I've seen, there's mainly the patterns, isn't it? That throws people off.
Honestly, Puma made some horrendous duds when it came to making our kits, but this one was one of the better ones.
Yeah,
I would say.
Okay, then we got this one.
Yeah, this wasn't bad. I like the thing I liked most about this one was the hoop socks.
Yeah.
I wish we would do hoop socks more often, because there's something aesthetically pleasing about that.
Yeah.
But again, the weird kind of bit up towards the neck, and the weird racing stripes down the side.
It doesn't make sense why it's the collar's red. Right? I feel like it should be white. But that's just me. That's just a little nitpick.
But that season we won the FA Cup and we finished third, so good season.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
94 to 96. What? Well, that's not a really fair photo, is it? Come on now. What's the point?
I remember that promo photo. This. So, I don't know if you want to bring up maybe a better picture of that one, but essentially, with that one, it was the we had the classic 90s kind of Harry Hill collar. We had kind of slight white trim, but mostly red sleeves, and we had lightning bolts going down the side of both the kit and the. If you can see, look, the imprint on the kit is lightning bolts.
Yeah, that.
And then on the side of the shorts there was a red lightning bolt, and
there, yeah.
Then red and white hoop socks. So actually, it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I'd put that higher.
Okay.
Personally,
92 to 94.
But bad memories associated with that kit. We finished 12th the year that kit was debuted, and we lost the Cup Winners' Cup final to a last-minute Naeem lob from the halfway line. So not great memories associated. And George Graham got sacked that year as well. So I love that kit.
It's weird seeing JVC
that is the kit that is the
kit
that came out the year I was born, as you can see, 92 to 93.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I love Adidas. When our Adidas kits have always been absolutely stellar.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, and I just love the red and black trim. I love the pissed Paul Merson picture, holding the cap. That was a weird season, right? That we won the Carling Cup or whatever it was called, the Coca-Cola Cup that season. Steve Morrow scored the winner for us, and after the game, Tony Adams lifted him up on his shoulders, but he fell off and broke his arm,
Yeah.
and he had to go to hospital after that directly after that the final whistle blew.
Oh right. Oh.
It was a very awkward kind of series of affairs. But we also won the FA Cup that season with a last minute Andy Linnigan. We won the Cup Winners' Cup, the last European trophy we ever won in that kit. So very, very good memories attached to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 2015 to 16. That's a standard shirt, I suppose.
Oh, Santi, how I missed.
Is that Santi Cazorla?
Cazorla, yeah.
Oh.
I don't miss Gabriel Paulista. To be fair, I think the Gabriel we have at the moment.
Who's he play for now? Is it Valencia? Is it Paulista?
Yeah, somewhere like that. But oh man, Santi, what a player he was.
Yeah.
What year was that? Sorry, do you mind scrolling
That was
up
2015 to 16.
2015 to 16. So that was the year we could have and should have won the league.
This is what you could have won.
But Leicester won it instead.
Oh,
we finished,
right.
We finished second that year somehow.
That was the one that we got very.
And that was the one. That was the year that Spurs came third in a 2-horse race.
And it was the one where Spurs decided to play very dirty, and everyone became Diego Costa all at once.
Man,
that was the fucking dirtiest game I've ever seen. Well, one of them at least.
Well, but the kit itself, because that's what I mean, the collar is pretty horrendous. Just no, not really, not for me. That should be lower on the list.
Okay.
Again, Puma, just messing up our kits. Oh my god, I hated this one.
I like it. I do.
I hated it. Well, you know, Aaron Ramsey's in it, so.
It looks so different. There.
I don't know. I was just the fact we had this for 2 seasons, and no one pointed out the fact that our sleeves aren't even white. Really, they're red with white trim.
Yeah,
and yet the socks were nice, and you know, and the seasons associated with it, I just do not have good memories of really at all.
Yeah,
we had the likes of Manuel Almunia in goal. We had the likes of Mikel Silvestre in defence, and we re-signed 40 or something year old Sol Campbell to shore up our defence because we were that bad. Back.
From my team, you prick.
This was the no. This was when we re-signed him from
double prick
from Newcastle. Yeah, I know. Can't mention the Sol Campbell word around Spurs fans. They get a bit edgy about it. But this was the season that Aaron Ramsey broke his leg against Stoke, I believe, as well. Right. And also we just were. I remember we just could not score a decent goal without falling over.
Yeah, exactly like Greg. Judas.
Judas. Anyway, so carry on. 98 to Nicolas Anelka. Man, he was a good player. We should have re-signed him.
He went to Chelsea, didn't he?
He did. He went to Chelsea from Bolton, but that was the year that we should have signed him, and we would have won the league that season for sure. This was my very first Arsenal kit that I ever owned. That shirt.
Really?
This was from 1998 to 99, yeah.
Oh, wow.
With the classic JVC sponsor, nice trim. So I have a soft spot for this one, but not great memories of that season either because it went to the very last game of the season and we were relying on you lot to get us a result at Old Trafford so we could win the league. And of course, you keeled over and Man United nibbled at your perineum and you just...
I'm just going to call it early. I think the 2004 to 5 season is going to be number 1, just for the fact that it was that season. I just think because it was that season.
What do you mean the Invincibles year? Well, that was 03 to 04.
Oh, was it 04? My bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
Going to have to correct you on that one.
That's
anyway.
Fine.
Next.
No, that's just a solid. That's just a solid kit. For me.
No, this is gorgeous. I like this one. I own that shirt as well. We had this shirt for. Did we have it for free? We had it for 2 seasons, and it was our first season at the Emirates. In fact, that is Gilberto scoring the first ever goal at the Emirates against Aston Villa. Oh my word, Gilberto, Alexander Hleb, and Kolo Touré. Those were the days.
Kolo. That just brings me back to venue.
Yeah.
when the night was over and everyone's singing that, yeah. It was crazy.
Yes, no, you're right, Mark. Doc. The part of the thing with kits, we tend to also have the memories associated with them. Definitely.
Yeah.
Good kit. We that was the year we could have won the league, 07-08, and we probably should have. We only lost 3 games that season. But after Eduardo broke his leg at Birmingham, we just went on a horrendous run of about 5 or 6 draws in a row.
Oh, wow.
And then Man United just overtook us, and we ended up finishing 3rd. But we only lost 3 games that Premier League season. Good times.
Okay, 10 to 11.
Right, okay, this is a really interesting one because I absolutely love this kit.
Yeah.
I think this is the best kit we've had in the Premier League era. Swear down.
Mm-hmm.
It because it goes off the 70 to 71 formula. Just nice collar, simple sleeves, simple trim, simple shorts, all the rest of it. Brilliant, nice, aesthetically pleasing. It was a horrendous season in this kit, as you can see by the fact that Marouane Chamakh is wearing that kit. In the photo. That was the season we were 4-0 up against Newcastle and somehow contrived to draw 4-4. That was the season we were 3-1 up away at White Hart Lane and drew 3-3. We lost the Carling Cup final to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And there were so many horrendous... Emmanuel Eboué being an absolute idiot. We were 1-0 up against Liverpool last minute at the Emirates. It was a last minute penalty from Robin van Persie in like the 98th minute, and then in the 102nd minute of the game, because Jamie Carragher went off injured on a stretcher, Eboué gives away a penalty and Liverpool equalise.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, horrific memories associated with that. Although we did beat Barcelona at the Emirates in that kit, so the Arshavin moment.
Okay.
But love that kit. That should be much higher.
I from first glance, this kit, I'm not sure. It's a bit quirky, the collar, but I do like the placement of the colours.
No, the collar's just silly. I don't like that collar.
Yeah, that's my only gripe with it. I think the colours are where they're
if they'd have just done a normal white collar, right, that would have been perfect. But again, Puma in their smart arsiness just contrived to overcomplicate things with it,
Yeah, sounds like it.
So I'm not having that one.
Fair enough.
No, hate that one as well. That's
we should be right.
Well, Gervinho's in the picture, for God's sake. I mean,
where is he? He's in Serie A now, isn't he, Gervinho?
He's at I think he's still at Roma. I could be wrong, but he was tearing it up for them.
No, I don't think he's at Roma. I think he's with someone else.
Although we did beat Spurs 5-2 in that kit, so good memories.
KSI's mum. Oh no, he just went there. Oh jeez.
The thing about Gervinho is he was he just never settled. He had zero confidence in front of goal. He missed that chance against Bradford in the League Cup when we got knocked out on penalties to Bradford, who were in League 2 at the time.
Yeah.
And he contrived to miss an open goal from about 2 yards. So yeah, get in the bin, Gervinho. He also got sent off on his debut, which was nice. This was the season, this is my first year of uni. This was the season where we lost 8-2 to Man United at Old Trafford. Although Robin van Persie was tearing it up for us. He got like 30 goals. So that's the kit I kind of associate him with. We also won 5-3. So we got some good results in that kit, to be fair, but forgettable season.
What position did Gervinho play for Arsenal?
Oh, like winger. He was kind of the hole behind the striker.
Right.
He wasn't very good.
Just a hole in general.
Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Not for us, anyway.
There you go. Is that one of your identifiable kits?
Beautiful kit. I love this one.
That was like one of the golden years for Arsenal, I think, wasn't
Definitely.
it?
This wasn't our unbeaten season, but this was the year after. But this was a season where we secured 49 games unbeaten. Patrick Vieira, with his last kick of the game in that last kick as an Arsenal player in that kit, won us the FA Cup against Man United on penalties.
Yeah.
In the most one-sided final you've ever seen in your life. Man United were all over us, and they should have battered us.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have Henry that game either. we somehow won on penalties, and we had one shot on target the whole game, which was a Reyes free kick.
I did
Rest
love
in peace.
I did love Henri's fake out kicks as well. You know, the goals where he pretend to strike with one foot but then kick with the other.
Yeah. I associate Reyes, I think, with that kit the most. His goal against Middlesbrough, the late great Jose Antonio Reyes in his couple of seasons with us, and his goal against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Where we were 3-1 down to Middlesbrough, and the unbeaten run was on the line. And we came back to win 5-3. And he was pulling the strings that game.
Yeah.
Also, Dennis Bergkamp, I picture him in that kit a lot. Patrick Vieira, obviously, in his last season. I love the gorgeous yellow trim. It's just something so 2005.
I love
Premier
the
League era
like
about it,
like with this kit in particular. I love the V-neck effect. It just makes it look. For me, it makes it look more classy.
We've never really tried to. I don't think since, apart from the 2007-8 kit, we've ever tried to have yellow trim involved in the kit, which is weird considering that's our third colour as far as I'm concerned.
Although maybe it's because it's in your away kits a lot of the time. I just got.
I could go on about away kits. We might do away kits for a different day, but we'll stick with the home kits because we're carry on.
I'm just gonna close the curtains because as you can see, it's really.
Oh, not the curtain palaver again.
No, luckily this time the window's not open, so it's not that kind of bad. But there we go. Okay, that's better.
Right, so number 7.
Oh,
well,
Dreamcast
I mean,
era. Someone was saying that, weren't they?
We won the double
yeah.
in that kit. The last time we won the double, League and FA Cup double. Freddie with his red hair. That's him scoring against Liverpool in the second most one-sided FA Cup final of all time, where we battered them, and yet somehow Michael Owen contrived to get 2 last-minute winners.
Yeah.
Well, I say one last-minute winner, but 2 goals in the last couple of minutes.
Okay.
Just great memories associated with that. And the Dreamcast. Note Dreamcast as the sponsor.
Yeah.
We actually had a video game console as our sponsor.
That's good. That's the coolest thing about it for me.
And Sega was on the away kit of that as well.
Oh wow!
Whatever happened to Dreamcast and Sega? They just kind of went.
I think the Dreamcast had a load of piracy issues, so I think it was just not making enough money off sales, so they had to discontinue it. I think that's what happened. That's what was mostly said as to why Dreamcast just went under and they didn't make any new consoles. But I could be wrong. So they just ended up like partnering with Nintendo and all that kind of stuff.
But that's amazing. Some of the sponsors we got back in the early Premier League days, Carlsberg and JVC and Dreamcast and all these. You never get some of these sponsors now.
So 19 to 20. I
mean, okay, horrendous season for many reasons. COVID.
That makes 2 of us, to be honest.
COVID, sacking Emery and bringing Lundberg, then Arteta in, finishing. I can't even remember where we finished, 8th or 7th, blocked out of my memory. But we won the FA Cup at the end of it.
Yeah.
And I really, and this kit for me, apart from the FA Cup, was the only good thing about this season. Because this kit is stunning.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have kept it for this season.
That's why I mean.
Because I love everything about it. I love the collar. I love the 80s kind of Adidas stripes on the shoulders.
Yeah,
brilliant.
It just looks like you're like a vintage sort of kit design.
And that's what I love.
Personally.
Shame it's being modelled by Ceballos here, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway,
this kit.
Yes. So our current kit, I don't mind it really. It's not as good as last season's.
It seems like
the fact the sponsor is so huge.
It seems like this season is like the era for like different patterns on the torso.
Yeah, the sponsor's a bit too big, and the we had a sponsor on the sleeve and whatever, which I don't really agree with. Well, I don't really agree with the sponsor having sponsors in general. Really,
yeah.
As long as it's aesthetically presentable, but I don't think the sleeve one is that aesthetic.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah,
it would look better if it was not on back to front, but
that's the problem with was that Pepe?
Pepe, was it?
That's his issue. He's got the shirt on back to front. Anyway, carry on. so we're in the top 5 now.
So
see, a lot of people would say that this was up there. I don't like this kit. I don't like the black and the red nonsense and the black collar. When have we ever had black as a color?
look like you're about like, Arsenal celebrating their funeral or something.
If it was blue, or if they'd incorporated blue and yellow, but as far as I know, we've never had black as one of our colors.
Yeah.
So, but again, I guess good memories associated with this. We won the FA Cup for the first time we won a trophy under Wenger for the first time in 9 years, 10 years, in that kit. And Santi Cazorla with his free kick against Hull, which is one of the most beautiful FA Cup goals I've ever seen. Good memories, I guess, associated with that. Was my last year of uni, that kit.
Okay. 2002 to 04.
There we go. There we go.
Kit.
This is the Arsenal team of all Arsenal teams, and exemplified and typified by that kit they're wearing, obviously. I mean, that kit, you just always think of Thierry Henry, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
With that kit. And Robert Pires for me as well. Just them two as the dream combination. Yeah, what can you say, really? I mean, I remember I was at a holiday camp and in France at one point, and we were, it's one of those holiday camps that you have weird extracurricular activities and stuff to do. And one of them was you had to design a football kit. And I just basically copied that exact template and made it green.
Fair enough.
Because green was my favorite color at the time.
Yeah. Okay. 96 to 98, another JVC one. Paul Pogba is sent back to the past.
That's actually Christopher Ray in that kit.
Okay.
Do you remember Christopher Ray? Of course you don't.
No.
We won our second ever double in that kit.
All right.
League and FA Cup double. That's him just after scoring against Wolves, I believe, to get us to the FA Cup final.
Okay.
He didn't do much aside from that goal, but he scored some important goals in that run. That kit I associate most is with Dennis Bergkamp and just his incredible brace against Leicester.
The Bergkamp.
When he got all 3 goals of the month.
The Bergkamp van.
No, he got like 1, 2, and 3 in match of the day's goal of the month in that one game, or something like that. Ridiculous player he was. My favorite player of all time, and that is the kit I associate with him. Weird collar, really, in retrospect. Very baggy. A lot of those late 90s, mid 90s kits are very, very baggy.
It was the same with rugby, though. Like rugby now, you get the tight polyester fitting, but back then, I think there just wasn't that flexible or stretchy kind of material.
Yeah, no kits made of Kevlar or whatever they do it with now. That are skin tight.
Yeah,
it's baggy. I like the bag. There's something so nostalgic about baggy football kits.
I think I think the kits are like material wise are better now because it doesn't allow for much as much.
And I love that badge as well. By the way, incidentally,
it's
classy retro looking badge with the black. Nothing like the kind of cartoony badge that we have now, which is just a bit. That is my ideal Arsenal badge right there. Okay. And JVC and Nike winning combo, really. No way.
Purple.
No way.
But it's purple.
No way.
It's purple.
No way in hell.
But it's purple. I love purple.
List is ruined. That is my least favourite Arsenal kit of all time.
Purple.
Because it's not an Arsenal kit.
But it's purple.
It's a maroon monstrosity. I don't care that we got to the Champions League final in that kit.
But it's maroon. Or purple. Or maroon.
It's horrible.
But it's purple.
Okay, so to give you some context, that was our last season at Highbury. We wore that kit, and because in 1913, our first season at Highbury, we wore a purple kit because this was before we knocked on Nottingham Forest's door and said, "Look, can you lend us an actually decent kit?" And I go, "Yeah, there you go." And we added the white, and Herbert Chapman added the white sleeves, and the rest is history. This is just not us. At all. It's horrible.
I love it.
And I don't care.
I love it because it's not you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for that. But no, I hate this kit with
All
a
right.
passion.
Okay, I'll do away kits afterwards. After I do the Spurs home
Greg,
kits.
Greg, coming to your point about the 92-93 with the black shoulder trim, I think that worked a bit more than because the angularity of it. Whereas this was just kind of straight lines, and it just and there's something kind of retro and nostalgic about that kit, and it's Adidas, and it's also the year I was born, so I have a bit of bias towards that, to be fair.
Yeah.
But no, that would not be my top 5 list at all.
Yeah.
Personally.
So we're gonna have a look at the Spurs home kits now, and then we're gonna go to the away kits. I don't think maybe next week we'll do the
let's do the away kits next week because I want to get to listen to this segment.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Spurs home kits. I think I can mainly comment on the ones from 2010 onwards, but or 2009, because I'm a more recent fan of Spurs.
Well, I would call you a glory hunter, but where's the glory? You know what I mean?
if I was doing that, I would have immediately supported Man City in the mid 2010s, or Liverpool now. But there you go. Okay, so I gotta scroll back up. Fuck you.
Oh wait, car advert. Oh my word! Yeah, this kit was horrendous.
I just don't understand.
I'm saying this completely objectively, right?
I agree with you,
and with no anti-Spurs bias whatsoever. That was a horrendous kit.
I'm not a big fan of the Mansion sponsor on Spurs kits. I think ones like AIA suit the kit much better than that. But
it's just what is with the piss yellow tint on the?
It doesn't. Yeah, it just makes it look like a high vis jumper or something, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I seem to recall you had a decent season in that kit. You were under Harry Redknapp, and
that was one of Bale's glory seasons at Spurs. I think the sun's gone in now, so it should be better because I can see the webcam getting a bit darker, so that should be okay. All right, so number 23, 2005-06. Oh, I think he's
Edgar Davids. I forgot Edgar Davids played for you guys.
Yeah. So one of the last times we had Thompson, and obviously a completely different badge from what you see now, and this kit would have been very popular on Twitch, as you can see as well. But
it's odd. It's odd. I think it's the only time you've ever had blue sleeves.
Yeah. I mean,
Penny, hide sweat stains.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like. I know it's a bit of a criticism for them to put it really low, but I think it just looks simple. So I don't think it's a terrible kit. It's just simple as can be, really.
I'm just looking at your team at the time. So you had Robbie Keane, Danny Murphy, Edgar Davids, Michael Dawson, Andy Reid, Jermaine Defoe, Tom Huddleston, Carrick, Lennon, Ledley King. This is the Spurs that I kind of grew up with, really.
Yeah, but it just looks like a standard kit. I don't see the need to put it. It looks more like a rugby shirt than a football shirt from first glance. So I can see that. But
all right, let's go on to 0204.
This one's just basic. I mean,
Gus Poyet. Wow.
You can't really what mediocre? I don't see what's so mediocre about it. This is what most of the shirts kind of were designed to be like at that time. I think that was getting away from the bagginess, but you associate white with Spurs, and that pretty much glorified it. I can't say I'm a fan of Thompson sponsoring as well. I think AIA is just.
What is Thompson? Is that like a holiday company?
Oh yeah, it's both, isn't it? It's oh no,
or am I thinking of Thomas Cook?
Thomas Cook is extinct now, I think, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Redknapp is out of a job, apart from League of Their Own.
Yeah. 13 to 14. HP. I can't like that. I think if it was a more black HP sponsor logo, then yeah, but I just don't think the blue fits.
Yeah,
well.
It doesn't really fit, does it?
Yeah, I like the collar.
If you'd have made the HP logo the same color as the shorts, it would have been all right, I feel.
Yeah, I like the collar, and I like the Under Armour, design and things like that. And I think that's one of the first few seasons where Spurs had the new badge But I just
Can
think
I just point out as well? You have Emmanuel Adebayor in the background as well.
I was gonna leave that
So
the
it
elephant in the
can't. So
room.
it can't have been a good season for you in that either.
Oh no, definitely not. 2014 to 15. Excuse the yellow bits. I think the just the black line across is a bit too random for me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like someone was kind of like doing the specs for it,
Yeah.
and then accidentally put permanent marker,
Yeah.
and was like, "Oh crap!" You know?
Yeah. And then oh shit, I left my piss bottle in there as well. So give it a bit of that tint. I don't know.
No, Penny. No, Penny. HP does not stand for Hitler's penis. It's Hewlett Packard, I believe.
Yeah. This one's quite divisive. I can see that, but personally, for me, I do really like it.
Made entirely from recycled bottles. I mean, there's something there's a clever joke I could come up with there. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I can see why people don't like it, and it's it does look less premium than Real Madrid's shirt, and I say that because Gareth Bale joined us like back
I think
then.
I think it's the red. Like, where the hell does the red sponsor come from? You know?
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It just
it probably would look better
match
as a black.
the rest of the kit. You know?
It would look better as a black logo, I think. Yeah, or even blue. Well, no, I'd stick with black. I would. Just trying to think. It's all navy here and here. So yeah.
So is that the one you're currently wearing then?
That's the one I'm currently wearing because that's so I bought it and I like it, and it's got my
that's good.
It's got my name on the back. So I just wanted to buy this is a large shirt. I find when it comes to football shirts that I don't fit into a medium. I fit into a large. Medium is way too small for me.
Yeah. All right, Penny. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers, Penny.
And sorry for misgendering you earlier.
See, I just don't see how that can be ranked below this one.
Come on, that is a classic. The Holston. Holston is an absolute classic sponsor.
The sponsor's good, but I think it's just makes him look a bit like a white chicken.
That kit makes me think of Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah, I suppose.
When he played for you.
To be honest, it does look really good next to that kit. I mean, why is he wearing like yellow bin bag as shorts?
Well, again, the baggy. Oh my word! I don't know who you're playing there, but that kit, my word, it looks like a bloody salted caramel cheesecake or something. That's
been like
drizzled bits of dark chocolate over like a
wow,
custard or something.
Here we go. I absolutely love this kit. It's just like this is like, you know, the hit season of Gareth Bale, and it just that is the reminder for Spurs is just that seeing Bale bomb it down the pitch wearing that shirt. I'm
so used to seeing Bale with a beard and a top knot. I'm taken aback when there's pictures of him not with one. You know?
I find him the weirdest looking when he's got the long hair but with the headband in. You know, it's like his mid-season, his mid years in Real Madrid. That was just before he had the man bun.
My favourite Spurs kit hasn't come up yet. If I had to pick one, but let's carry on.
Yeah, 2004 to 05. Yeah, pretty standard one, but I think Arsenal has.
I mean, simple, you know. But again, the red sponsor, it's weird, you know.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I guess what they mean, but I guess that's what they mean by London is red. Am I right?
Oh God, I've just seen the next picture.
My
that bloody game. Oh my God. Bad memories. That's another part of the reason why I didn't like, you know, the kit with that Aaron Ramsey was in that list with the slightly trimmed white sleeve. Part of the reason I hate that kit was because this game took place while we were wearing that kit.
Yeah.
And we were 4-2 up, and David Bentley at the beginning of the game lobbed Almunia from about 30 yards.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, it ended 4-4, and Jermaine Genius, was it Jermaine Genius or Aaron Lennon? I can't remember, got the last-minute winner.
Bear with me a second, sorry.
Oh, God, there he goes again. crack kills. Sorry about that. Terms of service. Yeah, no, this game was horrendous. This is one of my least favourite memories supporting Arsenal. I do like the kit itself, though. If I was to comment objectively on it, hooped blue and white socks, very good. Again, the Mansion sponsor. I mean, this was this is when Harry Redknapp had just Michael Dawson dirt face. Yeah, who's that in the back? Is that Cranshaw with the headband as well? Good Christ, it's definitely a Harry Redknapp team, man. Cranshaw's in it. Oh, it is. No, it is Dave Bentley. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Greg, this was the game where he scored against Almunia from 30 yards, lobbed over his head. Genius made it 4-3, Lennon made it 4-4. You're probably right, yeah. Yeah, so we got a...
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
Welcome back, KB. We got a nice view of your arse there, so thanks for that.
Oh, was it not blurred out?
No.
Was it a nice arse?
Twitch terms of service. Yeah, so do you remember anything about this game, or was this just before you started supporting Tottenham?
Yeah, it's before.
It's a nice kit, though. I was just saying, I like the hoop socks. Just more teams should have hoop socks. There's something about that I like.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on that before we move
on? Yeah, it's like it's a standard kit, and it's got that nice V-neck that I like in football kits.
Again, red sponsor. Can't help but point it out.
Yeah, but it's like it's not as saturated as the other sponsors. So, like what I said earlier about the Mansion sponsors, looking at the other sponsors, I kind of take it back.
Anyway, let's carry on. Yes, I agree, Murray
Thanks,
Man.
Murray Man. It's I made it myself. That one I'm indifferent to. I mean,
that's an interesting one. That was the game where you you beat us at the Emirates 3-2. It's the first time you'd beaten us in like 15 years or something at the Emirates.
Yeah.
In general, and this is also at White Hart Lane where we were 3-1 up and you drew 3-3 against us.
It's like they were. It's like they were trying to.
Alan Hutton, my word.
Yeah, it's like they were trying to print out the navy, but then the ink started running out.
The ink ran out. The printer got stuck. I gotta say, I like that pattern a lot. Yeah, I like it. I like how it translates to the shorts as well. I think the shorts are a little bit darker in comparison to the kit. If they'd have made the shorts kind of the same color as the sponsor, same color as the badge, that is a fair play to Puma. Maybe Puma should just design Spurs kits because clearly they look better.
Well,
on Spurs kits.
I'll let you know when I go to my favorite Spurs kits because I already know which one is my favorite.
All right, we're not even top 10 yet. I think we should probably breeze through this.
All right,
yeah,
I do quite like that one because it reminds me of wearing like a gun ammunition or something. I think I don't like the way it kind of like goes behind the AIA. It just looks like a JPEG picture stuck onto a shirt.
No, it looks like your players have won like individual beauty pageants.
Yeah, it's like, hello, I'm Miss Kane. Have you seen my new movie When Harry Met Sally?
Just do another Harry Kane for us.
Yeah, obviously.
Say it as Harry Kane.
You're a striker, Harry. Yeah, obviously.
I love your Harry Kane impression. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good, obviously, isn't it? I just love the game and I love everything about it. Yeah, let's fucking do it, guys.
It's amazing.
That's from the Spurs documentary. When
All or Nothing. Yeah.
Because you see how Hugo Lloris like commands the team and stuff, and then it goes to Harry Kane, and you can see like the big difference between how they both. Yeah.
Anyway, 19 to 20.
19
so this is your cut. So this was last season's kit.
Now, I won't give any opinions on. No, this isn't. Yeah, this is one previous, and yeah, this one does give bad memories, definitely, because this just was not the season for us. Sacking a manager that we had for 5 years. Then Jose comes in. We start strong, but then Harry gets injured, so we still have Son to help carry us. Then he gets injured because he fractures his elbow, and then We've got no one proper up front except for Lucas and Dele Alli, who is starting to decline after his whole first run with Jose, starting really strong, and then we got knocked out by RB Leipzig, knocked out by Norwich, and then that's when Eric Dyer went into the stands to confront a fan who was slagging him off in front of his family.
Not great memories.
It was it's just so much. But then I think we did save ourselves when we came back from the lockdown, because we put ourselves into 6th and went into the Europa qualifiers, and I think it's helped us regain that confidence this season.
Right, so next kit on the agenda then.
Yeah, so 2007.
I like the Heart NHS badge though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, see, 0708. Yeah. So that to me is Berbatov and Keane up front.
Yeah.
For you.
And that's like, it's like you can't really say much about the kit. It's white. It's
was
simple.
that Juan de Ramos 0708? I think it was, and it was the last time you actually won a trophy. It was Jonathan Woodgate header against Chelsea in the last minute.
Yeah.
To win the Carling Cup.
Yeah.
So there you go. Got to be good memories with that.
Yeah,
a trophy
definitely.
in it. So there you go.
Berbatov.
Berbatov. Right. What a player he is or was.
Probably not as bad as Sol Campbell though.
Is that Mal Bronk?
Possibly.
Jesus.
But yeah, again, like, you know, can't really say much about it. It's just like, you know, looking at these two Spurs shirts, it's pretty much the same, almost the same. So the only difference is the shorts really. I would prefer them in all white though, I suppose, because I just think the black is a bit of a weird cut off.
That's decent. You had Mansion for a long time as your sponsor.
Yeah. All right. This is my favorite Spurs kit. I know it's a weird choice.
Is it really?
I love it. I love that gradient going from white to navy down. It just like
wow.
And
that's interesting. That's really interesting because I think it's horrendous.
I know you would.
No. But objectively, the gradient thing it just looks a bit. When it clashes with the white shorts.
No, because I'm pretty sure they did have like navy shorts, and that's why it would blend into that. Was it the same? Or no? Yeah, it was that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was a time when they did have like navy shorts, so it blended in nicely to that. So it that's where the effect came off.
So were the white shorts only in the Champions League final?
I think so. Yeah. So it doesn't this picture doesn't do it much justice, especially considering what game it was as well.
Greg seems to agree with me here.
Well, but then like I don't know, like people haven't really had strong opinions of the latest shirts, especially this one that I'm wearing right now. So, but
I just don't like. I think the gradient thing. I don't know.
I thought it was a cool concept.
I hope we don't try that with one of our kits because. I don't know. I can imagine it looking a bit dodgy.
And I like the shark fin sort of collar on it as well. But
it's got weird things coming outside. Yeah.
But anyway, overall great memories with this. I mean, we didn't win the Champions League, but it was the first time in a hell of a while that we reached the Champions League final, and I still think that's something to be proud about, even if we didn't win a trophy.
Well, it was the first time you reached the Champions League final.
Exactly.
You probably last won the European Cup in like 1982, I want to say.
Yeah,
something like that.
And it's not the 80s anymore, so we need, winning trophies in this decade is important, I think, for the club.
Exactly. Right, so 11-12 then.
11-12. So, Luka
Modric.
And do you know what makes that even more wholesome was that he did say I think he said in an interview that if he would join Tottenham again, but he feels he's a bit too old to join Tottenham. I just replied to that on Twitter and said, mate, I would take you even if you were 70.
Unfortunately, my most abiding memory of this kit was that I believe that this was the season where Fabrice Muamba collapsed on the pitch. And it was at White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
And so this is that. Unfortunately, that's the kind of memory that sticks in my head.
Yeah.
About this kit.
But
Luka Modric is playing in it, so he probably had a good season, I'd imagine. I'd imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
UEFA Cup 84. Okay, cheers. I'm not really up on my Spurs history, as you could probably gather.
Okay, that's a better sponsor logo than the one
now
they
here we
had.
go. Now we're talking. Hewlett Packard, that badge, top bins.
And I did like the way that badge was shaped. You know, the nice crest there.
Well, Phil Jones' dirt face, Murray, man. I mean, he always has a dirt face. That's kind of his gimmick. But no, this kit is gorgeous.
Yeah,
objectively.
it's nice. Yeah.
There's something so nostalgic about that.
And like that looks okay. That one does look like. I do agree with that. Less is more in terms of this kit. I love the crested logo. I like this. Yeah, like I said, I like this logo as well. But you know, I don't think they did. They hardly did anything wrong with this kit. To be honest, it's simple. Less is more. And you know, I think that was a pretty good season for us as well. You know, I think that era for Poch before the Champions League was a great era for Tottenham. But it was a bit of like always falling short a little bit, but still providing good results. So, you know, I think I just
That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Michael made. I think I just hate all white kits due to Derby. Fair dues.
Yeah. I wish you could say the same for red kits. But it's like Man U and Liverpool are red, so it's a bit of a weird one.
You know who's modelling that kit, don't you?
Let's skip this one.
That is actually my favorite. No, in all fairness, if you just scroll up very briefly, that is my favourite Tottenham kit. Not just because Sol Campbell is modelling it, but I don't know. That reminds me of the David Ginola kind of era.
Yeah.
And I look back kind of fondly on that era of football, just for all across the board. That 1997 to 99 kind of era for kits in particular, and for the players that were playing in those kits.
Yeah.
Good times, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Greg, we'll skip that.
Yeah. Gary Lineker. Was this before or after he shat on the pitch? I think it was after, wasn't it?
I don't know. Was that the I think that might have been the 1990 World Cup.
Okay.
That he shit himself. So this was after.
And I was just like, did you see it when he made a tweet about when Eric Dyer went to the toilet during the Chelsea game, and he's like, oh fucking hell, back in my day people just shat on the pitch.
If there's one thing I am very jealous of, actually, when it comes to Spurs, is the plethora of English talent in terms of the striking department you've had over the years. You had Gary Lineker, you've got Harry Kane now. You know how to get a good English striker on your books.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think it's coming to life in some ways in the defense as well, because I think, although like Eric Dyer's not necessarily homegrown, because he grew up in Portugal, didn't he? He was in the Portugal academies, but you know, I've been so impressed by Eric Dyer in the last few games. He's just brilliant.
Yeah, Teddy Sheringham, Paul Gascoigne, great shouts, Greg. Yeah, again, brilliantly talented.
Yeah.
I just a quick Gaza story is that I am stealing from this great podcast that I listen to, which is hosted by Alan Davis. It's an Arsenal podcast, so obviously don't listen to it if you don't want to. But he relays a story about a testimonial that was taking place at Highbury. I think it was Paul Merson's testimonial.
All right.
And Paul Gascoigne was playing for Arsenal in that game as like a guest. And he got a standing ovation when he came on and came off the pitch. No, in fact, he came off the pitch and there was slight murmurs and slight boos because obviously he used to play for Tottenham. But he came off the pitch to a standing ovation because he was that good of a footballer.
Yeah, which is the pundit that absolutely hates Spurs, is always biased to them? Is it Souness? Graham Souness?
Oh, I don't know. Souness hates everything.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah. Every time he
somehow
smiles, the puppy dies.
Paul Pogba is responsible for all the evils in the world, according to Souness.
Well, 2001 to 2002. Yeah, like you were saying with the stripes on the
Adidas stripes.
Stripes.
Adidas makes such great. They should just be the kit supplier for every kit in the Premier League. They're so great. Them and maybe Nike.
Yeah, I just think I really enjoy that kit as well. Actually, Yeah, I do quite like that kit. So that is high up there as well. Like,
was this the Harry Kane kind of breakthrough season, or was this the one the year before?
No, I think Harry Kane's this might have been more of a breakthrough for Kane this season, but it was also a breakthrough for Dele as well. But I think 2015 to 2016 was the one Spurs fell short with because of, I think, Leicester and Arsenal and Chelsea. But that Spurs really only have themselves to blame for that one, and unfortunately for the way they behaved on the pitch. But either way,
So at number one, then let's have a look.
I just a last point. This is the only time I think yellow works well is when it's with a darker color, not when it's with a brighter color. As you can see, it looks like piss.
I gotta say, I like that. I think the red sponsor actually does kind of fit in this instance, weirdly.
So maybe if you favour Adidas, I'd probably favour Under Armour for kits. And number one.
Oh, of course, it was Michael. Yeah, that was that season. Yep. This is again that one and the one that Sol Campbell was modelling. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If I had to pick two.
To be honest, it would.
So who have we got here? Les Ferdinand, Tim Sherwood. Is that Ramon Vega?
I think so.
Oh, please tell me it's Ramon Vega.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me have a look. What do you think of this kit whilst I'm looking this up?
Oh, Greg says, "Still remind me that season is why I drink."
What, this season?
No, I think it's you on about the 2015 to 16
season.
Oh,
the 2015 to 16 season.
I know.
Got you.
Because we've shown so much promise, and then Leicester had to come out from nowhere and just win the title, isn't it?
Right. Who's number 30? So this was number 34. This was 01 to 00 to 01. Yeah. So 34. That was indeed Ramon Vega. My word.
Okay, can't go wrong.
I mean, he was before your time, I reckon, as a Spurs fan, but he is one of the worst Premier League defenders ever to play the game.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, that is the rankings. So if I had to pick a best Spurs kit, I actually might go back on the 18 to 19 kit, mainly because I'm seeing this kit, and this kit might actually be my favourite.
Well, that's 16-17 rather than 18-19.
No, I mean, like, the 18-19 was my favourite, but that one.
But that's now your favourite.
Yeah, I think this one is just perfect for me.
For me, it would be for home kits. It would be the Invincibles one obviously is in there. The 2011 home kit is my favourite kit of the Premier League era, so that goes to number one.
Yeah.
Even though the season was abhorrently bad. The kit we had last season is in there because that was really good as well. The 92 to 94 kit with the lightning bolt kind of black and red stripes that we won the European Cup Winners' Cup in, and the 97 to 98 kit where we won the double with Bergkamp.
Yeah,
that'd be my top five.
I think with this particular one, Dele Alli's facial expression doesn't do the kit much justice here. He just looks like
Dele Alli.
He just looks like he's just stepped on a turtle on the pitch or something.
Oh, Greg says number 3. Go up to number 3 again.
Number 3. So that's the Holston one.
Yeah, that's a good solid.
We said that was good because of the Adidas stripes. It's just classic. But anyway, that is our.
Well, there we go.
That is
our kit retrospective.
Yeah. So happy with that one. And then next week,
let's do away kits next.
Yeah.
Next week for sure, because I've got a lot to say about some of the away kits we've had over the years.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably have with Spurs.
Absolutely. I think away kits next week, and then we'll do the third kits the following week.
Sounds good to me.
So
sounds good to me.
Happily do that. Okay.
And guys, on my Discord, on my football tab, feel free to post your own favourite kits or what favourite football kits or whatever, because Tom's done that already. He's posted a nice looking Leeds kit in that tab. So there we go. Right, listen to this segment. Do you want to go first or shall I?
who went first last time? Was it? I think you went set. No, I can't remember.
Well, I'm conscious of the time because obviously Spurs kick off in about 40 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
That's plenty of time, but I'll go first anyway.
Okay.
I'll have my one for you.
Okay.
So
I haven't actually. Yeah. Well, obviously I haven't listened to this one yet, but
So Daniel Tompkins
mm-hmm.
is a guy who is on Twitch, lead singer of Tesseract. I played a few games of Among Us with him. Great lad, great singer. I did already show you his previous song, which was
The Gift.
The Gift.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for reminding me. Almost forgot there.
This is your job, Rob.
I know. Sorry, I not a lot of planning went into this particular one. But basically, he's released another single called Ruins,
mm-hmm.
accompanied by an actual music video. And if you can, I'd like you to actually watch the music video as well.
Okay.
Because it's quite harrowing.
All right.
It's quite powerful.
I'll do that. I will do my usual, what's it called? Transition into the music video, and then I shall bring it up any minute now. Slowly does it. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, it's that top one. It's that top one,
he says. And he's right. And I should put it...
No. I'll give you a bit of context, right? So Daniel Tompkins, like I said, lead singer of Tesseract. He's got an album coming out called Ruins, his second solo album. And a bunch of this is remakes of songs he already had from his debut album, which was called Castles. This one in particular, I believe, is a... I think it's a remake from his debut, but he's added in Paul Ortiz, who goes by the name of Chimp Spanner,
mm-hmm.
who is a great producer. This is the first time that Dan has actually played guitar on anything. Usually he sings, but he's played a bit of guitar on this. This one is a lot more kind of... It's not as metal as the previous one, but his vocals still go full bore on this.
Yeah.
So I'd say after 3 then.
Yeah, so let me just get it ready. This is a transition.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. 3.
Hurricane again.
So, ready. 3, 2, 1, play. Well, I'm happy about this. Very ominous.
It's 5.5 minutes, this song, so it's a little bit long.
Oh, spiders. Is it me, or does he look like Will Young?
A little bit. Yeah, so this is a remake of his song Castles, I believe.
Right.
From his first solo album.
This is the kind of stuff that I like Tesseract for as well.
He's such a terrific singer.
I love the headstocks on those kinds of guitars.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad Katie's not in the room to see this.
Sort of reminds me of the scene in Return of the King with
yeah, that's what I mean.
With the steward of Gondor eating the tomato.
Oh. I tried that once, didn't work out well. Ham!
Oh, I say. I just love the ethereal nature of this, you know, and the electronic kind of the bells in the background, you know.
So it's like whatever's happening to them is happening to her as well.
Yeah. It's quite harrowing, isn't it?
So it's kind of like voodoo in a sense. So is he like stabbed them, is he?
I don't know. I don't know really. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the concept of the video. I guess it's But anyway, yeah, that is Paul Ortiz on the guitar, aka Chip Spanner, who Dan collabed with on this album. I like that chuggy riffness.
It's like I don't like fruit. That's the most demented looking Shy Guy.
It's my favourite bit of
Birdo.
the song right here.
Sounds like Maynard James Keegan there.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. A little bit, mate.
He looks like he's sucking the life out of him to give to the girl.
Yeah, maybe. But you have the castle burning in the background as well, which I think...
Steal from the rich to give to the poor.
I guess so. I guess that's probably the main bit.
And when we say poor, we mean drama students, as shown by the curtains.
Well, you know, the chorus is, we are the stars, the lords of the new age, we are the legends and secret of outrage, we are the ones bringer of brightest light, all of these castles crumbling tonight. So I guess it is a kind of anti...
Stealing from the boomers to give to the millennials.
I love Dan Screams here. Well, there you go.
Oh wow! So
yeah, that was Ruins by Daniel Tompkins, and it's coming out. Well, it's out now, but is the album that this is from is coming out very, very soon.
Yeah, so
the 11th of December to be precise. So, what do you think of that, man?
Yeah, like I love the way the song goes. Like it seems like a bit of a power ballad mixed into like that sheer progression that you hear all the way through. And I think that the music is the music video adds a very nice touch to it. So, do I like it better than the previous song? Actually, yeah. I think it's got more to offer compared to the previous song. Which that's not to say the other song was bad. It was you saw from my reaction it was good. So I really enjoyed it. But I think this is where he comes alive in his whole atmospheric approach. So. Yeah,
But I like the fact that Dan's kind of not just copycatting Tesseract here. He's kind of there's lots of melody and there's lots of kind of anthemicness about it, which you don't get in a lot of Tesseract. A lot of Tesseract is kind of quite very technical,
Yeah.
And there's a different kind of guitar element to this and different electronic elements to this than you get in Tesseract,
Yeah, I'm just trying to see through the comments to see if anybody has their own take on the music video. Nobody seems to, so okay.
Well, I just thought it was an interesting concept, which is why I wanted to bring it up, and I thought the visuals were very visceral and very kind of haunting, you know.
It looks like it's taking from the rich and powerful to give to those who need it.
Well, like I said with the lyrics,
like
it's kind of there's definitely a kind of anti sort of authoritarian stance on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And castles don't survive through kings' empty hearts. With your hand in mine, we conquered it all. Breathing ash and flame, our hands will bind. Crested, no man came to serve single hand.
Yeah.
I just love the bridge part. They're just stabbing, unwinding, and somehow I'm certain, no question. That rhythmic element is a real highlight for me.
Absolutely. So
Daniel Tompkins, Ruins, the title track from his second solo album, Ruins, which is coming out on December 11th, I believe. So go and check that out.
Okay.
KB, you have something a little bit different for me this week.
Yeah.
To say the least.
So this goes to question not just for you, Rob, but who would like to dance to the absolute greatness that is Goldie Looking Chain? I mean, because it's a birthday, it has to be very deep rooted into what I love. Hello. You can have your hairdryer, most definitely. This is bear with me 1 second, guys.
Wow, again, he leaves me in the lurch to talk about all this.
Okay.
Goldie Looking Chain, I obviously know the song Your Mother's Got a Penis, which is like their biggest hit. Well, it's certainly in the UK. I doubt anyone outside of the UK will have heard this lot. But they're kind of, I guess they're like a jokey hip-hop kind of outfit. If the Streets were a bit more of a kind of piss-takey kind of band. And they are Welsh, I believe, as I've put down in there. And I've let KB have this song because it is his birthday. So
yeah, so I did.
They are Welsh, aren't they?
Yeah, I did check to see if Rob was okay with it beforehand, but considering anything goes and it's very light-hearted, I think this is absolutely perfect. So Goldie Looking Chain. For anyone who doesn't know who Goldie Looking Chain are, they're a Welsh comedy hip-hop group from Newport, Wales. That's right, lads. I'm from Newport, innit? That's the worst Newport accent, definitely.
I don't know how accurate that was.
How's it going? Goldie Looking Chain, boys? That's sort of like Newport. We can't have a song with no swearing in it, They got humorous, controversial, and often explicit songs that satirize hip-hop, today's consumer society, the chav culture, and life in Newport and South Wales in general, with hit songs like Your Missus is a Nutter, Newport Bouncers, The Fresh Prince of Cambran, and all that good stuff. But the one...
Your Missus is a Nutter. I absolutely love that.
Oh, son, your Missus is a Nutter. So
the one I was just saying, the one I heard at school, because it was always, at school in England, you always get jokey songs that get passed around the class and go, oh, have you heard this one? It's called Your Mother's Got a Penis.
Oi, son, your mother's got a penis. Yeah,
that's the one that I was always. I mean, that's what the song I associate with Goldie Looking Chain.
Wow. If you loved Vanilla Ice and Ice Ice Baby all the way from Under Pressure, then you'll love Ice Ice Dildo.
Right, can I just apologise for this in advance, Twitch?
So
I'm sure we're breaking multiple Twitch terms of service to even play this song, but let's just do it anyway. Oh, who knows? Let's just do it anyway.
Yeah, they can mute the song anyway. So this song's like not for the faint-hearted. It's a bit rude. So well, very rude actually. But
all right, let's just play it. Let's just get it over with.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Go GLC. Let's kick it.
Let's kick it.
Let's kick it, boys.
Right before we get to the speedy and the tamping.
Stop. Let's kick it. Listen, GLC's back with a brand new invention. Push it inside, it fits so tightly. Use it on my missus both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? I don't know, cause it's smooth like ice and it's cold like snow.
To the extreme, ramming in like a vandal. The next step up from using a candle.
Take off your pants as the speakers go boom. Take you upstairs, gonna play you like a tune.
Cause it's deadly. You know what's gonna please her when you're making love. Get it straight from the freezer. Love it or leave it, you bet I can't wait. Use one on my missus on our very first date.
If you got a problem, don't think twice. I make your missus a dildo out of ice. Ice, ice, dildo. Ice, ice, dildo.
No.
Ice, ice, dildo. Ice, ice, dildo.
Yeah, apparently this is called Greatest Hits 2. I think it might be an indie joke.
With a nice dildo of my own making, smashing up your vag till it looks like bacon.
Burning, even though it's
Oh
so
my
cold,
God.
but it's real smooth cause I made it in a mold.
From the freezer with a souped up tempo.
I'm so sorry,
With an orange Solero.
Key On
Girly on
podcast
standby
listeners.
with a hairy pole pie. No, I fucked the third eye.
Kept on going, she didn't want to stop. Had to get her Mr. Freeze from the local
You
shop.
might need a special cream, you know what I mean? Cutting up your ass like Torval and Dean.
If you got a problem, take the advice. I make your missus a dildo out of ice. Ice, ice, dildo. Ice, ice,
Damn you, KB.
Ice, ice, dildo. Ice, ice, dildo.
Tiki, cause I'm a lyrical poet. Ramming a voucher.
So when it's my birthday, can I play some horrible, schlocky, misogynist?
Knock yourself out. Play So What if you want by Metallica.
Try ice cream,
Oh,
shape it like a
God.
peen like Ben fucking Jerry with
We'll
a sex
see.
machine.
Cause we're just like a chemical spill. Put a dilly in the freezer and chill.
With a quick orgasm, you know she ain't faking. A dilly so cold that she can't stop shaking. Like a nice sculpture made for a wedding. If you use one, don't use your best bedding. Cum shots rang out on my bell. Grab the dilly, all I heard was a yeah.
Women are hot, wearing less than bikinis. Ramming ice
Wow.
dildos into their genies. So fast, all the girlies say damn. Use an ice dilly
We're already
like a
down to
battering
7
ram.
Slamming
listeners.
it in, cause now
Or
you're
viewers.
smack the top
Hang in
on
there,
my
guys.
mic And your frozen love juice.
There's no problem, don't think twice. I make your missus a dildo out of ice. Ice, ice, dildo. Ice, ice, dildo. Ice,
God, there's only
ice,
30 seconds
dildo.
left.
Ice, ice, dildo.
Serious class, don't say word to your mother.
Is that meant to be Jimmy Savile?
Dunno. I hope it's
It
not.
gets worse. Yeah.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I make a dildo out of ice.
Right, well, thanks for watching the last episode of Listen to This. It's been a pleasure. Right, I don't think there's much I can really say about that. So, should we move on to our last segment? Would you rather?
Would you rather listen to Daniel Tompkins or Goldie Looking Chain?
Yeah, let us know in the chat below. Right, okay. So, would you rather?
Okay.
I have a website which is called signupgenius.com, and there is 100 would you rather questions. I ask KB to pick a number between 1 and 100, and we discuss the resulting would you rather question that lies within. So, KB, please pick a non-offensive, non-ice dildo mentioning number from this list.
Oh, so I can't pick 69?
No.
Damn it. 96.
Would you rather mentally or physically never age?
Oh, that's a good one. That's probably one of my favorite ones so far. I don't know, because, well, I would probably say physically, because imagine if I was like a footballer or something, and I could imagine if I was Thiago Silva, I'd be able to stay at my club for ages and ages.
But if you'd physically never age, you'd mentally debilitate.
Yeah, it'd be like I'd be further and further down the pitch.
You'd be in a care home.
Yeah, true.
But you'd look like you were 21 with a built like a brick shithouse or something.
Do you think that's what's happened to Mourinho? Like if he wasn't to age, you'd just be like, oh yeah, score a goal, save the penalty. But then Sacramento's like, oh yeah, that, and he's like, ah! Do you remember that in the Man City game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
mentally never age.
yeah.
I wouldn't like to. I always like to learn stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I'm always on a quest to learn more things and become more mature. So I don't think I'd mentally like to never age.
Yeah, well, I just think like,
although if it means that if mentally I would I don't know. So are we given the option that if I mentally age, then physically I would never age, and vice versa?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that so if I'm really, really clever, but then again, I'd rather be really, really clever and then look old and be old, you know, because I'd get that sort of interpretation of being a wise old man anyway.
Yeah,
I guess, you know. Whereas if you're kind of physically still looking quite young, people wouldn't take you as seriously, even if you were quite clever. I feel.
Yeah, although I think maybe it's good to have some of your memory fade. Like if you wanted to flush out the bad memories.
I guess so. Yeah.
So I don't mind it too
swings
much.
around about. So I'd go for I would rather physically never age.
Yeah, me too. Okay, well that's good.
Oh no! Well, hang on. Mentally never age or physically never age. So I'm really confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because if I physically never age, right, I'm gonna stay. Yeah, no, I'd rather mentally never age.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather mentally never age.
Okay. That's cool. I'd still go with physically because I mean, I could probably get away with a few things if I appeared senile.
Nice. All right, let's do one
hell, I
more
sound
and
like Katie
then
Hopkins there.
we will call it a day.
Okay, so 2.
Would you rather? I think we've done this before. Would you rather have more time or more money?
Oh yeah, we have. 4.
4. We've done that one before as well.
Oh, we're getting to that point now, aren't we?
I think we are getting to that point.
Bloody hell, 7.
I'm sure the next one is going to be gone. No number.
7.
No, we've done that one before.
Right. What we'll have to do, we'll have to go back through the podcast episodes and see what numbers we've done and mark them off. And then
I'm sure the next one is going to be
8. Is it?
Yes. Here we go. Would you rather meet George Washington or the current president?
Right, that's a bit of a weird one now because there's currently like a pending president. So do you mean like Biden or Trump? And I'm trying.
Biden, I guess.
I'm trying to keep this as far from politics as possible.
All right. We'll change it to suit the English one. Would you rather George Washington? Okay. Would you rather meet Winston Churchill or Boris Johnson?
That's a tricky one because I know Churchill. He was good in the war, but I think he was quite a stern guy, wasn't he?
Yeah,
like,
history has not really looked back on him fondly, has it?
Yeah,
have they?
I think I'd probably rather meet Boris. I think I've heard he's good at making cups of tea after he's been offensive. So maybe if I get upset at something he says, he'll be nice to me. So yeah, there'll be that. After I ask how it is he, and he just replies with something a 5-minute answer.
So you wouldn't like to go back in time then? If it meant you could go back in time to meet someone like that?
No, I don't. Not to that age, anyway. Like London in ruins, and not as many cars and things like that.
That's true.
I kind of value the technology that we've built now, if you get what I mean.
Sure.
Different times, I suppose. That's actually
Greg says, I reckon Churchill would have better booze and cigars at his house, so I'd pick Churchill.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Although
that is a fair point. Well made.
If this was like if the current president
getting drunk with Winston Churchill sounds fun. Getting drunk with Boris sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, what would it be like? Like, say we were asking about the presidential question and like the choice between Washington,
George Washington or
Trump.
Joe Biden.
Well, Trump, I was going to say because he's
all right. Let's say Trump then.
I don't know. I feel like he'd have a fair
I mean, George
few...
Washington. That was back. That was hundreds of years ago.
That was like a severe time of war as well, wasn't it?
I honestly would rather meet Trump because George Washington had terrible teeth and therefore had really, really bad breath, supposedly.
Yeah, I think
and
Trump...
the hygiene back then probably wasn't up to standard.
No, definitely. He used up all the bloody tea as well. Twat. No, I'd say Trump. I think he would probably share a few perverted stories, but he would probably give me a small loan as well that I'd get to keep, hopefully, before firing me. So yeah, I'd pick Trump in that. Should we go with one more? Because that was quite a short one.
All right, that was a bit of a dud, right? Okay. Go on then. Pick a number.
83.
83. Okay, would you rather take an action-packed European vacation or spend 2 weeks at the same Caribbean resort?
Action-packed, no doubt about that. You
wouldn't want to spend 2 weeks in paradise, just content and relaxed.
I mean, I've been to Turkey, I've been to Dominican Republic, I've been to Florida, and I just much prefer those holidays where there's just loads of stuff to do.
As far as I know, Turkey and Florida aren't in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but where there's weather.
I've been to Dominican Republic. No, I've been to Cuba, and I have spent a week and a half at a Cuban resort, and it was all right. It was the weather was quite bad when we were there, and we stayed in kind of these sort of motel looking bit, and sometimes the drains were open and it smelt kind of weird.
Yeah,
on occasion. Food was really, really nice though, and obviously Cuba, the beach was sublime. I have also been on a action-packed European, but I guess a stag do in Budapest counts, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
And I loved it there, and in Riga as well.
Yeah, I just feel like there's new.
But there have been points on that on those journeys where I've become so burnt out through the amount of drinking I was doing and partying.
Yeah,
I need to relax. I can't just party all. I think those days are gone. You know,
I just feel like Europe as a continent, there's so much culture around it. So I feel like if you were going to go for an action-packed adventure in Europe, you just never.
I guess
bored.
action-packed doesn't just mean drinking, does it? It means sightseeing.
No, I mean sightseeing. Yeah,
going to gigs. Doing activities.
Meeting new people.
Think I'd be with you.
That's pretty much what I love to do. And you take a camper van out there, go on the Eurostar, and go mad.
Let's face it, COVID has if COVID has told me anything, is that I hate being in the same place for more than 2 weeks or 2 weeks at a time. I'd rather wander about and do loads of different stuff. So there we go. I think we're both going European, right?
And now, now I'm getting tired.
Am I boring you, KV?
Not
Sorry.
you. I woke up early for this birthday present this morning.
Well, there we go. That concludes episode 14 of the Key Yard podcast. Happy birthday, KB. Hope that was a good day for you.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone for joining, and thanks for wishing me a happy birthday. And by the way, I'm 21, so keep that in mind. I've had a lot of fun in this podcast, and this thanks to you guys as well. So. Thanks for being a part of the chat. I always encourage a good chat along, as I would say. I feel like a granddad saying all this. But
Well, it's your birthday as well, so I'm going to ask you to initiate the raid for whoever you want.
Okay.
As well.
Well, I'm just trying to see who exactly. I don't think I've really got anyone. Cameron's online, but we raided him yesterday. You raided him yesterday, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
Could do I don't know what hashtag United. Is that Spencer or is that?
It is Spencer, but it's a live hashtag match, so it's very unlikely they'll actually
I'd rather not do live
acknowledge
hashtags.
our raid. Maybe Samus, 66 Samus. Have we done him before?
We did. That was who I. Yeah, that was who I did before.
Okay,
yeah.
how about Alex Bent has just gone online from Trivium. We could do him.
Is his full name's just Alex Bent in
Alex Bent drums.
Right. All one word.
All capitalized. So Alex capitalized, Bent capitalized, and drum capitalized.
Okay.
All one word.
All right. I've got that. So before I put that into the chat, I just want to say thank you again for everyone for watching this episode. You can catch me on YouTube at Kieran Benji on here all the time, and good news for Rob starting his Twitch channel as well. So there's more plugs for us.
Yes. Yeah. So do you want to? Basically, you're Kieran Benji everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Twitter.
Kieran Benji everywhere. You know, Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok if you're on there. And Rob is RobV93. As you can
I'm RobV93 on Twitter, on Twitch, and that's about it. The rest of I'm Rob Veryard on Rob Veryard Music on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I promise I've got tunes in the works, but they've just taken forever to perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Rob Veryard on SoundCloud. Much appreciated if you give me a follow there as well, because I am very passionate about the music I make.
Absolutely.
And I'm Rob Veryard on Instagram. So there we go. All that I have to say is, come on, Man City.
It's my birthday.
Do you want to initiate the raid and then sign off?
Yeah, just another note. I know Murray Man mentioned new music Saturday, but Katie actually bought me an Architects ticket tonight for that live show.
Ooh,
so I'm going to be watching that.
Nice. You're going to be watching that live stream. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Murray Man, I will see you tonight for New Music Saturday, obviously, as usual. Looking forward to what Bees comes up with. Yeah, good show today, KB.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best ones yet in my mind. And I've said why, and I'll say it again. It's thanks to everyone. Absolutely everyone. So, yeah, I'm going to pop the raid in. But from me and Rob, thank you so much. And this channel is intended for mature audiences. Have you seen? Oh, right.
Oh, doesn't matter. You can just...
no, I think I just...
We're mature enough.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys
Clearly,
for
you're
watching.
playing a song about ice dildos. Of course you're mature enough.
Yeah. Dildo made out of ice. I actually put hashtag ice still. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No raid messages. Do whatever you want. Just tell them we sent you. Right.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and until next time, lights out.
Hey, good.